I think costumes are a big deal here. I think people really do like dressing up for Halloween in Japan.
You'll see like a little bit sexy policewoman, policemen costumes, sexy nurses, and then sometimes you'll see like TV remote controller.
It's just,
That was
it's
so
just
random.
Like, really,
Like
I was like
super
processing
funny.
that. I was like,
Super
wait, what?
funny. A lot of Japanese actually don't know the concept of trick-or-treat as well. There's no such thing. Like even if I say trick-or-treat to my friends or anyone, they won't give me a single
They'd be
treat.
like, what?
Yeah, I'm like,
They'd be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here? Actually, I trick-or-treated in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, and then, a lot of my friends did it too, but of course you're going to get that like, aren't you a little big? Female costumes versus male costumes.
I mean, for me, women, the first thing is like the sexualized nurse and police, like very sexy.
Christmas.
Very kinky.
But it is interesting. It is kind of a time of the year where maybe a Japanese woman can go a little bit further.
I think that's a major reason why Halloween's so big. In everyday life, we try to like fit in, but then Halloween is like the one time in a year we can be just ourselves and dress up however we want.
We can go wild.
Parties. How is it celebrated? Are there Halloween parties?
the concept itself is just so Western. Maybe I'm generalizing too much, but nobody in Japan would come up with the idea of like, I'll do a house party at my house.
When I was a kid and I was like trying to sleep, my bed is just like right next to the window, so you can't really hear the whole way that people like walk off. And I heard like the water sound, like pitcha, 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 like the footstep. Like
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah, so it's spooky.
Very spooky. All right, guys. Welcome to the GoGen Podcast. Welcome back. Welcome for the first time.
Thank you.
Let's get right into it then. So I think today we're going to start with a very timely topic, which is Halloween.
Spooky.
Very spooky. But before we go into that, let's do some introductions again, because I mean, you both have been introduced, but I think this is one of the requests that we often get. Let's start with, I guess, Honoha. So how old are you?
I am turning 22
Very soon.
very soon.
And you're currently a college student, right?
Yes.
Fourth year. And you're studying, I think, mostly linguistics, but
Yes.
all kinds of things. You're from originally,
Originally Japan,
Yeah.
Okayama Prefecture.
and then you also spent some time in,
The States, New York,
and that was from 0 to 9 years, right?
0 to 9 years.
And then came back here, Japanese middle school, Japanese high school,
In Japanese college.
and Japanese college, right? And this is being recorded in Tokyo for everybody who doubts us. And that explains your excellent English, right?
I guess so.
Maybe not. Maybe you just absorbed it from the air. Okay. And
I am a 22 years old, 9 to 5 corporate slave.
yeah, but in Japan, that's like 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., right?
Yeah, technically 9 to 10.
So you just became what they call shakaijin, which means
Yes.
full-time.
Full time.
And that in Japan, that happens to everybody basically at the same time, which is April for almost everybody.
Yeah, shinsotsu, like new graduates.
New graduates. And so you've been doing that for about 6 months now.
Can't believe, yes.
Yeah. So now you're in the
been 6
you're in the working world. And where are you from originally?
I am from Japan.
And what part?
Kanagawa.
Okay, in Kanagawa, for people who don't know, it's about an hour from
Yeah.
middle Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
And so still very close. And a lot of the people who come to university here or work here, they live in Kanagawa almost like it's suburbs in a way, the suburbs in a way.
Yes.
And what was your major in undergrad?
Oh, liberal arts.
Liberal arts.
For those who are judging us.
And why is your English so good?
No, because I did an exchange in the States.
And at what age?
When I was 15 to 16.
Okay, so you had a year in an American high school.
Yes,
And in what state were you?
Utah.
Utah. Okay, so that was probably a fascinating experience. You also did exchange. We should say you did a year of exchange in England, right?
Yeah, fast forward to the third
College.
year of college in UK, Sheffield.
Sheffield. Okay.
Yes.
So that's why also your English Mysteriously British sounding. Right?
Indeed.
Indeed. Yes. Oh, yes, quite right. Oh.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. I should also mention, Honoha, you did a year of exchange in Maryland.
I did.
Yeah. So you also have that kind of American college experience a little bit. And okay, our newcomer, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And so tell us, this is very Japanese, by the way. This is called a jiko shokai. And you guys, here, go ahead and say that for me. So
自己紹介.
jiko shokai. So that's the self-introduction. Here, go ahead.
自己紹介.
And is this not the most Japanese thing ever?
It is.
Right. So, okay, so go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 22 years old. We graduated college at the same time. I'm the rare 1% who didn't get a job right out of college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a part-time job. I'm working two jobs right now. I also lived abroad. I lived in Bangkok for 3 years when I was 12 to 15. And I also did an exchange in Italy for 1 year.
So 12 to 15 in Bangkok, Thailand.
Mhm.
And at that time, you were going to American International School.
Yes.
Which is where you acquired a lot of your English as well.
Yes.
And prior to that, Japanese schools, and after that, other than your exchange, Japanese schools, Japanese life.
Mhm.
And where are you from originally in Japan?
From Kanagawa.
Kanagawa, okay. And you guys met in college, right? In Japan, there's a lot of pressure on people. Unlike in, I would say, the West, there's a lot of pressure on people to get a what they call a seishain job, which is like this full-time, very serious, fully committed, kind of almost like you're married to the company type of job. And they do this very far in advance. Unlike in the West, where you take a lot of time off and you kind of can go travel, you can do whatever you like. And so that's kind of what you're talking about. You're like, oh, yes, I'm just doing part-time right now. Because a lot of people won't even understand that that's like, that there's a little bit of like, social heft. There's just a little bit of social weight to that. Because for us, we're just like, oh, cool. So normal, right?
And also in general, companies don't hire people who are not new graduates.
So yeah, this is another very good point, is that in Japan, they're extremely strict. So if you get above a certain age, I think it's maybe around 26, right? I think they will not hire you a lot of the time for this kind of new graduate system. They want people who just freshly graduated, generally speaking. And there's a whole process called shukatsu. Right here, you guys go ahead and say it. So,
就活.
就活.
And not the topic of this podcast, but extraordinarily important for Japanese society and the way that people think about life here. And that's basically even 1 to 2 years before you graduate, you begin hunting for your graduation job. But without getting too far off track, so you had 2 years or almost 3 years in Thailand, 13 to 15, and then you had a year abroad. And sorry, where was that again?
In Italy.
In Italy. Okay. So do you speak some Italian?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, it's a shame. But
What city were you in?
In Bologna.
In Bologna. Wow.
Yes.
That must have been quite an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I still haven't been. I lived in Germany for 2.5 years, but I never went to Italy.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I'm dying to go there. What does this mean? What is this?
Isn't it like
Bono.
bono?
Oh, okay. This is an Italian gesture. This shows you how much I know. Despite living in Europe. Okay. They, for everybody who doesn't know, they made this finger to the cheek gesture. Okay. So you guys are all around the same age, right? And, new college grads or last year of college. And, of course, for everybody who doesn't know, I'm American and I am originally from Los Angeles. And also, I don't think a lot of people have gotten this information yet, but part of my interest in this podcast and doing what I'm doing is that I'm a graduate student in linguistics. I came to study at KO to do some research and get some credits and take some classes for a year. I lived in Germany. I've lived in Spain. I've lived in Brazil. And basically my whole life has been about studying languages and cultures. So that's kind of why I started this podcast just for people who are like, who the hell is this guy? And again, this is recorded in Tokyo. So let's talk about what's coming up soon is Halloween, right?
Halloween, this is
we should have
Halloween.
dressed it up as
I know, we should actually, if we had thought about this more in advance, we would all be in costume. Missed opportunity, right?
did.
Missed opportunity. So let's talk about Halloween. So what's interesting, I think, with you guys is that for you two, you did experience Halloween in the States.
Yeah.
I mean, 0 to 9.
Oh, now that you...
Yeah.
I did do the whole trick-or-treat thing.
You did. And then you also probably on exchange, maybe you were there too as a college student.
Yeah, but mainly that's for like kids, right? So I didn't really get to do the Halloween. but-
Trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And then you were there in high school, right? So I guess like a good place for us to start is what's kind of do you think comes to mind with the contrasts in your experiences? It's like when you think back to doing Halloween in the States versus Japan, what are the first things that come to mind as different?
The existence of trick-or-treat.
Okay.
A lot of Japanese actually don't know the concept of trick-or-treat as well. Like, they know the phrase toriku or torito because like it's definitely going to be all around the city whenever the Halloween season comes up, but they don't actually know what it is.
Say that one more time for us.
Toriku or torito.
Okay. And so that's just the English put into katakana form, right? Okay. So you're saying Japanese people don't really, it's not a thing.
Well, I guess they do know because there's the translation for いたずお菓子くれなきゃいたずらするぞみたいな. So like if you don't give me any treats, I'm going to do a little trick on you,
Some
basically.
mischief.
So they do know what it is, but for me, trick-or-treat is like I go around the neighborhood dressed in a costume and like I knock on the doors, get some candy, or like I even just go up to my, I don't know, teacher and say trick-or-treat and like she'll give me a treat, right? But in Japan, there's no such thing. Like even if I say trick-or-treat to my friends or anyone, they won't give me a single treat.
Like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm basically begging for a treat because like I want a treat, please. But they're like, okay, it's trick or treat.
So kids, like, does this match your experience, like
Actually,
with trick or treating,
I have
or is it a bit different?
unique experience when I was a kid.
Okay, tell us about it.
So I lived in this like mansion, so like a little community over there, and then a little kids, and then they did have like trick or treat, door to doors, and then
Yeah,
So
I
you-
did that too.
yeah,
Okay, so interesting. So
yeah.
what age was this?
from 5 to 9.
So 5 to 9.
Because since you're like teenager, you don't want to be doing all of that.
Well, I can tell you guys my stories. The audience may not care about mine because they're like, I'm American, I already know. But, or we have a lot of other Westerners in other countries, but actually I trick-or-treated in high school.
Oh,
Yeah, and then, a lot of my friends did it too, but of course you're going to get that like, aren't you a little big? I think I trick-or-treated through maybe being like 17 or something. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but yeah, it's generally, of course, it's a kid's thing, right? Mm-hmm. So you did 5 to 9 and this was, and then Chiharu, you did it as well, childhood.
I mean, I had a friend who lived in the US and then she and her whole family planned the trick-or-treat thing. And then we did that just with our friends group and not as like a neighborhood.
So interesting. So your friend was from the US and that was kind of the planner, the organizer.
Yes.
So there's some outside influence there. And was that within the apartment complex or was it for like?
It was like we lived close to each other and then we did that. We just like visited each other's houses. We just did it within our friends group. Not with, like,
so
everyone
kind
in
of people are
the neighborhood.
coordinating. So they kind of, because you can't just go to some random person's place
No.
in Japan, right?
oh, that's what I did actually.
You did?
Yeah,
But wait, but everybody within that?
yeah. So you get told where to go.
Mhm.
So like this house, and on the little map.
So you that this location is okay, that location's okay.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, so in the States, right, as you guys might know, as you may have experienced, you can go anywhere. Now, of course, like there's some neighborhoods that are like
A little,
You might
you
get, like,
shouldn't
the-
go kind
like
of.
the razors and the caramel apple kind of, you know, this is always kind of like the horror story for parents is like somebody has bad intentions, so they give you poisoned food or something. This is very, very rare, of course, but generally you can go anywhere in the neighborhood in the States. So in Japan, it had to be coordinated, it sounds like, because if you went
can
to
just knock on someone's house, like stranger's house, and trick or treat.
yeah. So you can't like, you know, you can't go to random Takeshi-san's house and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, they might. They might.
Oh, they might. You think so?
No.
Well, they'll be like, the first they'll be like, where's your parent?
Oh yeah, that's true. Like,
Where is your
why did
guardian?
you knock on my door? Kind of.
Okay, so that's an interesting thing too. I think in the States, below a certain age, you'll be parent accompanied, but above a certain age, probably from like the age of 11 or 10 or 12, you live in a safe neighborhood, there might be no parent there.
Mm.
And yeah, so basically it does exist. Like maybe we can come to this anecdotal conclusion. It does exist in Japan, but it's kind of like a special organized event for children.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I never lived in an apartment, so I never had like the special event
Mm.
kind of.
I see.
Usually, like apartments, they have their own little community. So, like, if someone's like, you know, a little, you know, love those kind of events, they might held an event within the community, but it wouldn't go outside of the community, kind of.
I see. Yeah. So it's kind of essentially like a specific coordinated activity for children within a specific area, if it exists in Japan. But that's kind of cool that you guys got some trick-or-treating and that
I'm
yours was like
jealous.
American coordinated.
Yes.
That is kind of interesting.
I'm
Now
actually
you
so jealous.
but you had the
I had the
real
real one.
experience.
Oh, the amount of treats I got. Ugh, it lasted me a whole entire year.
Yeah, so like, okay, so you had that experience of bringing home that bag that's just
Mhm.
like way heavy and you're like, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I've got my stash. And then you can just kind of eat that and eat that. Okay. Yeah, that's my experience growing up is like you get that gigantic stash and hopefully your parents don't, you know, take a tax out of it or something. So that's one difference is trick-or-treating. But it does kind of is in Japan, but it's not the universal thing.
No.
What else comes to mind for some major differences?
The jack-o'-lantern. Like the
Oh.
process of making.
Yeah, making a
Jack-o'-lantern.
jack-o'-lantern. Pumpkin carving.
Yeah, carving. Yes.
Pumpkin
not
carving.
carving. Like, do we even crop them? Like,
I was
do-
gonna
do we
ask, like,
even-
I mean, the
do-
pumpkin itself is so different.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like
the whole
green.
the whole thing is like the look's just different. Ours is green.
So you guys do pumpkins here or not really?
we don't
Not
like
really.
we
Like if you
hardly
go to
do.
specific farms, they do sell those pumpkins.
Okay.
But like you need to go way out of the city to get
Mm.
there, kind of.
I
you
s-
just have to Google it and you just have to be there.
so it's going to be like a mission. It's a real mission
Yeah.
Yes.
to get a. Okay, so that's very different. I think for us, like the pumpkins are. I mean, you're going to have a pumpkin patch within 10 to 15 minutes of where you live. I think in the States, and like the kids are going to kill their parents. I mean, not literally. If they don't get them pumpkins. Like when I was a kid, like I looked forward to that all year, carving the jack-o'-lantern. And just, you know, you're a young boy, you want to just play with goo and pumpkin seeds and just carve things up. And so that's not a thing here
No.
so much. Now, do you see it so it exists, but it's just quite specialty. It's quite rare.
Yeah, like I guess those like little events could be held somewhere by an organizer.
Like a little experience.
Yeah, maybe like you gotta pay money for it or sometimes, but
Again, so something that's kind of
yeah.
organized,
It's not
especially.
common, so it's like special here.
I see.
But
Okay.
everyone knows about it.
Yeah,
Like-
everybody knows, but they don't curve.
They know jack-o'-lantern.
But they know what it looks
Yeah,
like.
they don't know the culture of like creating it.
Mhm.
I see. So you think most Japanese people are aware of it.
Yeah, if
And-
you say like jack-o'-lantern, then everyone will know.
Yeah, the word itself
Ah.
exists.
So
But
everybody knows about it. And in Japanese, yeah, let's hear that again. Go ahead.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Jack-o'-lantern.
jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, it's like it's so close to the English and yet different. And what's the word for pumpkin?
Kabocha.
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 あ、でもさ、かぼちゃとパンプキンって違くない？
Is it?
Okay, so you're asking, is there a difference between pumpkin,
Pumpkin.
which yeah, it's the same. I'm like, there's got to be a slight change in the sound, right? And then
Kabocha.
kabocha.
Pumpkin I feel like it's like the ones that in the American
orange
farms. Yeah.
ones.
Oh, so there's a slight. Do you think it looks a bit different?
Oh, I think it's just because you know the difference.
Oh, maybe that's true.
So pretty similar.
I mean, they're both translated as pumpkins, but sometimes when I go to like, I don't know, markets in the States, I want the Japanese pumpkin, but they don't sell it. And if they do, they tend to write it as like Asian pumpkin or like kabocha or like something like that.
Oh.
So can you get it in the States?
If you go to an Asian market, you can.
So it's like and is it just, do you think that it is just Japan or other Asian countries have this kind of pumpkin?
I think
Pretty sure, yeah.
Interesting.
It's not Japan exclusive.
It's not Japan. So it's something maybe in Asia or East Asia potentially.
Maybe. I think it's cropped everywhere, but
I don't know. I had a friend from Cambodia, and she told me kabocha comes from like Cambodia, and then like became kabocha, like.
Oh, interesting. We'll have to.
Yeah. So I thought it was originally from Cambodia. I don't know.
Makes
we'll have
sense.
to look up that.
Yeah, we
this
are
up.
not educated
Is there
enough.
any appearance difference?
Definitely.
Yes.
The
What's-
outside is dark green.
Oh,
Very
okay.
noticeable.
Dark green.
Mhm.
And is the shape different too, or
It's pretty small.
It's pretty small. Yeah, it tends to be small.
so they don't get as huge as some of the gigantic American pumpkins?
It's much sweeter too.
Yes.
If you eat it.
Sweet.
Yeah. We kind of just like steam it and eat it.
We actually like make cakes out of kabocha.
Wow.
We
okay.
bake.
Oh yeah, the skin is edible too.
Yeah.
So like sometimes we use it as a cute,
Oh, that's really cool. I think this reminds me of pumpkin pie. But I don't know if we actually do anything with pumpkins with pumpkin pie.
Japan doesn't have pumpkin pies.
I know.
Pumpkin pies are literally one of my favorite pies, and we don't have it.
We did a Thanksgiving party here a bit ago, and one of my friends like went to like a very specialty place, and that pumpkin pie was like ichiman. Like it was like $75 for people who don't know. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, "You bought this?" I was like, "Thank you," but I didn't. Yeah.
So
Because in the
people-
States, you can buy it anywhere.
People go crazy for pumpkin pies.
I think Americans really like pumpkin pie. I mean, maybe not all of us, but I love pumpkin pie. It's
a
very
shock.
good in the States.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And especially, Halloween, Thanksgiving, it's around this season. So that it's everywhere.
It's like eating mochi at the New Year's in here. You know what I mean? Like the connection with like the event is like
It's
so
really
strong.
cultural.
It's
Yeah.
really cultural. Pumpkin pie is super cultural because especially Thanksgiving, it's almost at every Thanksgiving, I would say. Maybe apple pie, pumpkin pie.
Blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie is good. I wouldn't say it's quite as culturally connected.
Yeah, I know. I just love it.
Yeah. So speaking of which, is there any food that's attached to, because what's one of the interesting things to me about Japan is that I feel that food and culture and food and holidays go so strongly together. Is there anything for Halloween? I mean, I know it's kind of, it's imported culture, but is there anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think there's like the strong one dish that's tied to it. We tend to like decorate food as like
Right.
like little cute spooky ghost or like we tend to like decorate it, but there's no like single dish that's like connected culturally to Halloween.
Like originated.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed too is like maybe there'll be some kind of like cafe matcha specials or something.
Yeah, like there's like a ghost on it or like a jack-o'-lantern on it.
And
kind of.
pumpkin slice latte.
Yeah.
Spice.
Right, which
Slice.
and that's probably like made popular by Starbucks and originally anyway. So it's kind of imported. So nothing really comes to mind. So it's some decoration kind of, and that's a big thing here, like making the lattes and making food so beautiful. So I could see that like somebody draws a little ghost or something, a little pumpkin.
Like food around the season, 食欲の秋.
Oh.
So the autumn season is known for like delicious food just in general.
It's the season of harvesting.
Yeah.
Should we list them? Like,
Definitely. Okay. First, grapes.
grapes and kaki. Persimmons.
Sweet potatoes.
New rice, like newly harvested rice.
No,
Mm.
these are all Japanese fall associated foods.
Yes.
So like each season has like the
Sweet-
most ripe food. You know what I mean? Like the most
best
so like
season.
that's when it's really good.
Yeah.
Like watermelons for summer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like that.
Okay.
So autumn has a lot of that.
I see. And so that's why those are particularly associated.
Mhm.
Now, sweet potatoes is interesting because that's also for us a fall food.
Mhm.
How do we say sweet potato in Japanese?
Satsumaimo.
Satsumaimo?
Satsumaimo.
Satsumaimo.
Okay. So, and I think they're a little bit different here, maybe. They're quite different. Yeah. I feel like I have them at izakayas as like these Korean izakayas as like the otoshi.
Satsumaimo chips.
So for people who don't know, when you go to an izakaya, which is a whole nother conversation, kind of like a restaurant pub hybrid here, they charge a seat fee, 300-400 yen, couple bucks, $3. And with that comes like a little tapas kind of thing. And I often get, I think it's sweet potatoes, little cubes. They're like little cut up cubes.
Is it
Is
sweet?
it sweet?
It's sweet. Do I have it wrong?
What does it look like?
It's like a little yellowish, and it's like they cut them into cubes.
Are they like caramelized?
Oh boy, this is beyond my cooking knowledge. Tell me more about the Japanese one. What's the differences?
It's much sweeter. Much, much sweeter. And I think the color is more yellowy too. Is it?
Like white-ish yellow?
Yeah. Like
It sounds like it's what I ate.
when I was in the States, I tried to find sweet potatoes.
They're not that sweet, right?
They're not sweet at all.
Okay, so this is very interesting. So then that must have been what I've been eating because it's very sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's why what we do is we put brown sugar and butter on them.
Well, we do that too.
You do?
But that's too much.
Yeah, that's too much. We
Well,
tend to just like,
I know.
eat it as we just like bake it, not grill it.
I mean, the Japanese palate, I do find that we're much more friendly to sweet, like sugary sweetness than most of my Japanese friends are just not into things that are sugary sweet. They might like baked things, with the exception of churros. I don't know why, but Japanese people just love, oh my God, Japanese people love churros. And maybe it's all Disneyland's fault. I think it is. Right? I'm like, it's like Japanese person, you give them something sweet and they're just like, that's just too sweet for me. And then you give them churros and they're like, yeah, okay, let's go. Come on.
It's just an exception.
Yeah, I think it's that Disneyland training from a young age, right? That's where I fell in love with churros.
Definitely.
From a young age, my parents, I'd just be like, give me more churros, like at Disneyland. Now I'm lucky enough I can buy as many as I want. So, yeah, so you guys, your sweet potatoes are more sweet. They look different because ours are like orange, right? It's on the outside, it's like that brown skin, pinkish almost. And then on the inside, it's kind of orange. Your guys is kind of yellowish, right?
For us,
White,
the
yellowish?
outside is like kind of burgundy, kind of more purplish.
Mm-hmm.
And then the inside is like more whitish, yellowish. Like if you cook it, it turns into yellow.
I see. So that's probably why I saw it as yellow.
And please eat yakimo.
Okay, what's that?
That's our trademark for autumn.
Yes.
Yaki-
Yakimo is like
yakimo?
baked.
Yeah,
Baked.
Baked sweet potato. So that's really huge here.
But it's not fried.
Yeah. It's baked on top of like rocks.
So there's a specific way to cook it, to bake it,
I mean, you can just bake it in the oven, but the good ones,
the traditional
the
way.
traditional way is like put it on a heated like rocks.
Yeah.
Or is it
Ah.
just a way to like
普通の焼き芋なんかさ、火の中にポンって入れるだけでもいいもんね。
oh yeah, just
So
like
translate that for the translate that for
They
our
were
viewers.
they're debating if it's necessary to, bake it on top of the rock or
Ah.
you know,
There's
Throw
a
it in the
if
fire.
it's baked, then it's
Yeah.
yakimo, right?
I guess so. Yeah,
And you can
も
find it in supermarkets.
And I feel really nostalgic to listening to Ishiyakimo Oimo.
Wait,
So they
what
have
is
like a
this?
food stand like in the food
Uh-huh.
truck.
Mhm.
And then they sell sweet potato and then baked sweet potato. And once you hear it, you feel the fall. Like, oh, it's the beginning of fall.
Also the scent.
yes,
the
the
scent.
scent.
But they're not around anymore.
Oh.
right?
The food truck itself, like sometimes if you go into the little suburban areas, sometimes you'll see them.
Mhm.
But honestly, not that much.
So this
I
is
do
just
hear
a
it in
very
my- yeah.
strong association with the season for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what were the other foods that you mentioned?
There's a lot more. Grapes, apples, Asian pears, sweet potatoes, chestnuts, persimmons. Also, I guess a lot of seafood as well, like samma.
Mm.
Is that the one that's tough with the chopsticks?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We've
This is
we've talked about that one.
also a lot of like the fish around the season, they get fat. So all the fish tends to become more tasty.
I see. So it's like also when the fish are ripe
Mhm.
in a sense.
And also because a lot of like events come up around the season too, like we tend to get fat.
Well, in America, it's like everybody's like they get fat around the holidays. And for us, that's, basically Thanksgiving through Christmas and New Year's. All Americans are like, oh man, gained so much weight because there's so many meals. And so maybe we have that in common a bit.
Yeah, we have like a word, 正月太り. It's like New Year.
Getting fat.
Is that buta or is it buto?
Butori, so it's
Butori.
futoru, but like it's just a phonological change.
Butori. Okay. So yeah, getting fat. What was that again?
正月太り.
So is that like New Year's? Shogatsu?
Shogatsu, yeah.
New Year's like
New
getting
Year's
fat.
weight gain.
New Year's weight gain, right? So we had the same thing. So, okay, so with Halloween, not too much really specific food, but with fall, there's a lot, right? And I think what's interesting is there's some commonality there with the United States and probably maybe Europe as well. I'm not so informed about Europe. Anything else that comes to mind as far as contrasts for Halloween?
Decoration outside.
All right, so that's huge amongst us.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I looked forward to so much the fake. I saw a place out here in izakaya with the cobwebs on it.
Mhm.
Now Korean izakaya, but first I think I was walking with a Japanese friend, and they were like, "Oh, what's wrong with that place?" They didn't quite get it, and I was like, "Oh, that's Japanese. Sorry, not Japanese. That's Halloween decorations." I immediately could see. So how common do you think that is in Japan?
Like if you go to like cute cafes and all the trendy shops, you see decoration.
But it's not the decoration that you would imagine. Like
Oh,
individual
yeah.
houses, definitely not a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
Cute cafes, you'll see maybe like a little, I don't know, bat sticker on the wall or like
It's a little bit.
just a little
It's
bit.
subtle.
Just to create the ambiance level.
I see.
And it's not scary at all.
So not too much in your guys' experience.
No, I think it's more like for commercial, and then to make something like seasonal, they use just Halloween as a thing.
So it's really commercially driven. The cafe wants to sell some pumpkin lattes or some cute cakes or something.
Yeah.
So they kind of jump on the bandwagon and add a few decorations, but just not something that's like in the States where like families are spending like entire weekends putting up the cauldron and the skeleton and the bats and the cobwebs and the jack-o'-lanterns. No. Okay. So decorations is one other big point of difference. So you guys didn't decorate at all. Okay. No, I'm getting shaking heads.
No,
here.
maybe in like primary school, like these elementary school, they do make decorations. It's
Really?
part of their activities in the classes.
Okay, so maybe some stuff, because in the school for us it's huge, right? Well, we're gonna have some, like when I remember being 7 years old and we did an event where we had a cauldron with dry ice. That's the steamy stuff, and we decorated the classroom and we did all these things.
Yeah, I meant it like just a little part of activity. So it's just
Something
not
small.
like the whole thing as in school. But
Okay.
just probably in like art class.
Art class. So nothing big, but maybe something small and related.
Mhm.
Okay. So I think there's one big thing that I want to touch on, which is costumes. Which, like, what is Halloween without the costume, right? So what do you guys, I have my observations on this, but before I give away my observations and taint everybody's opinion, What do you guys observe? Have you observed some differences? Because certainly you were a kid, but you also had your exchange, and you also had your exchange. And don't know, did they do Halloween in Italy?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Okay. When I was in Germany, Brazil gets its own Halloween, which is Carnival, which is like off the charts. They do Halloween a bit. Germany does Halloween a bit, but it's not so intense. It's present. Carnival, I mean, that's a whole nother level. So nothing in Italy that you saw.
No, but I think they did a similar thing like around that time, but it's
Okay.
more connected to Christianity.
I see. So, I mean, it is the country of Catholicism, I guess.
Yes. So I don't remember quite much, but yeah, they did something like where children like dress up and as like a spooky, or I forgot, they like wear costumes and go around the town, I think, but it wasn't that big.
So there's something.
Yes.
And in Britain? England?
Britain.
Do you remember? You
I don't recall.
So it must have not been such a big deal if you don't remember it.
But actually, me and her spent our Halloween in UK. She came all the way to
So you guys were
UK.
together.
Oh, that's so
And
nice.
then we just hit the club.
Okay.
So we do have events
Yeah.
for university students. I don't know for the whole town, but we did we did have a themed club like event.
Okay, so that's there. And I think in the States, that's huge, right? And in here too, like the themed nightclubs, that's a big thing. So costumes, observations, anything that you guys have picked up that's different in Japan? Because we should start by saying, I think costumes are a big deal here. I think people really do like dressing up for Halloween in Japan. I don't know if it's to the scale that we do, but it's big here, I think. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you perceive in terms of contrast, if any? Are there any differences that you've noticed with the States or other parts of the world with Halloween compared to Japan?
The costumes are for adults. The Shibuya is very big, where people wear costumes and go around the scramble.
Shibuya
crossing,
Scramble?
yeah.
Okay.
Shibuya crossing, and that was actually banned like last year.
It was banned.
Yeah.
I think it
got
still
too
banned.
big.
I went
it
out
banned
there,
this year?
but I think it was either a few days before and it was already insane. I met some friends of mine and it was just like, I mean, it was just nuts. But I heard it's banned. Technically they're like, everybody stay away, don't come here, no alcohol. But Shibuya is, I mean, when it comes to Halloween, is that not the Mecca? It was the Mecca.
Yes.
That was
They don't play with that.
I mean, like in America, we have no like holy land of Halloween per se. But boy, is it Shibuya in Japan. At least it was, right?
Maybe because only Shibuya was the place to like at least enjoy Halloween.
That's not true.
Really?
My hometown, Kawasaki, they have Kawasaki Halloween, but it's so small. It's so small
They
that
have?
nobody talks about it.
They have like a little event.
Yeah.
Is it like a little matsuri, like a little
No, they
festival?
do march, like in the town.
Like a parade?
Yes,
Well, yes, they do.
parade.
So this is another thing, right? I think that is the thing. So I think the most famous one is Ikebukuro. There's a costume festival, and I looked this up. Doesn't mean it's true, but apparently that's the biggest one. And apparently costume parades are a thing too in Japan. Ikebukuro is apparently the most famous one now. I looked up.
Which parade? Like
Yeah, there's
cosplay?
apparently a costume parade of sorts.
Not that I've heard of.
Yeah, I've never heard about that.
like cosplay or like
So I think
Halloween?
this is what I want to get into. My observation about the primary difference between American costumes or maybe foreign costumes and Japan is that Japan tends to go to the side of cosplay.
I can see that. I feel like, well, my experience in the States, well, I was a child, so I don't know if it changes when you get older, but I feel like there was a lot of more like witches, monsters, fairies, kind of, those, the kind of costumes. But in Japan, you'll see like a little bit sexy policemen costumes, sexy nurses. And then sometimes you'll see like, I don't know, Disney characters or maybe like a TV remote controller. Or
It's just
That
something
was
that's
so
just
random.
like really funny, right?
yeah, like there's like so many directions.
I
Like
was like
super
processing
funny,
that. I was like,
super
wait, what?
funny, like anime kind of direction, like literal cosplay kind of direction, and then like the sexy adulty direction, and then maybe like a cute childish costume kind of direction, or maybe food. Like there's just
So diverse.
Yeah, so diverse. Like you can turn into anything.
So I think that's like the biggest thing is that I think in the States there is, and maybe this is just amongst children. So when I was a kid, you know, one year I was a vampire, the next year I was a mummy, the other year I was a skeleton. It's like that kind of traditional monster. Yeah, one year I was a girl. You know, maybe that, but like a lot of guys do that in the States. That's also very common during Carnival in Brazil. Guys will dress up as girls. So, but not as much like pop culture. I think amongst adults in the States, maybe it becomes more common. We also have like some huge costume parades. I think the most famous one, I don't know if they still do it, was in West Hollywood in Los Angeles, where people put huge amounts of time into their costumes. So yeah, my kind of thing that I noticed, well, first off, yeah, there is a lot of creativity here. And I think that Japanese people are really comfortable with the idea of costumes.
We are the land of anime.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, right?
We love the reference to anime.
So I think that like Japanese people, just completely excluding Halloween costumes, they love like beautiful, elaborate costumes that are homages to the characters that they love and to the animes that they love. And you had that long before really, probably Halloween took off, maybe, which is like going to a Comic-Con, going to an anime type of event, right? And Japanese people, man, they will make some incredible costumes at these events. Like I went to Anime Expo. I'm sure there's a lot of that in the States too, but that's one of the main things I noticed is the cosplay component of it, which makes sense, right? I mean, it's Japan. Like I think you guys maybe invented cosplay, or at least invented a lot of the culture that is around it with anime. And what's the other one? Games, right? Like dressing up as Mario, dressing up as Luigi.
That is so common. I feel like the anime kind of cosplayings are not that big of a not popularity, but like portion during Halloween. I feel more like the games or my experience with like Shibuya Halloween. I went there when I was in high school. There was a lot of like funny directed costumes. So like, as I said, a TV remote controller, or sometimes they would disguise as someone else. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name, but like there's a guy that dressed up like Kim Jong-un.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
A lot of charms.
Yeah, a lot of charms too.
And a lot of celebrities
Yeah.
that they see on TV.
Yeah.
So like the anime kind of direction, not so much as you like emphasize.
It has
as
become
much.
big though.
Really?
So that's the
Yes.
thing. Like amongst my Japanese friends, a lot of them will be like talking about anime costumes and things like that.
Luffy
Yeah. Or like
and
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, but I think, of course, amongst the Japanese people that are particularly in anime, those costumes are like really popular. So my friends who lean more otaku, not really otaku, but I mean, they're really into anime. They're like, really like, okay, what character am I going to be? Do you guys find that pattern?
I think that's also crucial. Like from the era of Demon Slayer, anime kind of became pop culture. You know what I mean? Like I feel like before Demon Slayer, liking anime was a little bit stigmatized. But like after Demon Slayer, I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I love anime too. I watch Demon Slayer." Kind of.
So it's interesting. So you feel that like the immense, for people who don't know, Demon Slayer, which in Japanese is Kimetsu no Yaiba, right? Give me a Japanese authentic.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Okay. So Demon Slayer, for people who don't know, I believe it broke all of the box office records in Japan. I think up to that point, maybe it was Sen to Chihiro, which is Spirited Away in English. I could be wrong. And then maybe, I don't know if Titanic held a record here or not, but it broke all of the records, I believe. And then I think the most recent one broke all of the records again, I believe. I'd have to check that. And when I got here in Japan, it was everywhere. I mean, you could not order a pizza without some sort of Demon Slayer character appearing on the box. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Even when I send money on PayPal.
Really?
Yeah. I could not go anywhere without them.
I mean, it's ubiquitous. It's everywhere, right?
Yeah. So it like opened a huge door for people to enter the anime world
You know why?
because it's beautiful.
No, because it's a quarantine. It's like everybody stayed at
Yeah,
home.
that's also true.
So they did not, like
Oh.
during the time of like COVID, they did not have any entertainment because you don't get to see people, you don't get to socialize. What are you gonna do? Watch some Netflix or anime?
That's a good point. So
And
you think
I think it's the same in the States. Because like I've seen all the people like saying like after the COVID, like people started loving anime and watching Demon Slayer.
well, so my theory on this is streaming played a huge, I think probably COVID did too. I remember when I first started taking Japanese here, I met this guy from Spain and we were talking and we both love anime. And he's like, yeah, I watched all of One Piece. And I'm like, what do you, oh, really? Oh, like you've been watching it for a while? He's like, no. I watched all of it in a month. So for people who don't know,
my
That is
One
a-
Piece is over 1,000 episodes. I think it's like 1,300 plus now, isn't it?
Wow.
1,300, yes.
It's been going on for over 20 years, maybe over 25 years now.
It's been over than, yeah, definitely more than that.
And so to watch, so he basically said it was COVID and he's like, all right, here we go. And he just locked himself up. I think he was smoking some things that we used to call in California medicinal, and just watched all of it. And so maybe there's some truth to that. And I think the other thing that coincided with that was streaming. Because
Yes.
when I was but a young man, when I was really a boy and I first learned about anime, you had to dig to find it. You had to go to some special store that was a 45-minute drive, 50-minute hour drive away. You could buy 2 episodes of your favorite television show for like $30 US. And this is $30 US not now. So that means probably like $50 or $60 US in today's money. It was extremely expensive. It was difficult to get. You had to go somewhere. When I went back to the States a couple of years ago, for the first time after I was worried about leaving Japan because they locked it down and I thought they wouldn't let me back in. So I went back a couple of years ago and I was astonished because I went to the mall and there's multiple anime stores. And I was getting a Starbucks with my Japanese Demon Slayer hat, all in Japanese. And the guy, is that Demon Slayer? I had people all over the streets of Los Angeles stopping me. Although it's all written in Japanese, they could see the emblem. And they immediately saw that it was Demon Slayer. And in the malls, multiple anime stores. You couldn't find an anime store other than in a specialty place when I was a kid. But I think that now that everybody can watch as much anime as they want in America, just on Netflix,
Yes. So it's so accessible.
so accessible now. So now it's become, I think a lot of Americans are probably even doing anime costumes. I would bet.
I bet.
Probably Demon Slayer.
I've seen.
You've seen it, yeah. You're saying, though, it's an interesting point. So you do feel that even within Japan, which is the mother, the father, the parent of anime, there is more acceptability.
Yeah, so nowadays there's like this reverse stigma. So for those like, let's say popular girls, they say like, oh, I love anime. And then like someone asks like, what kind of anime do you like? And they go on like, oh, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. There's like this reverse stigma where they like, oh, you don't actually like anime. Kind
So
of.
Oh, like a reverse stigma type of thing, like reverse culture shock, reverse stigma.
It's like usually before people who liked anime
We're stigmatized.
were stigmatized because it's like
Oh,
weebs, otaku kind of. But now, well, that's still kind of there. But now there's this like new stigma where you say you like anime, but you only actually like the famous ones. So you're kind of like faking that you like anime.
So it's almost like you're faking to be cool, right?
Yeah,
You're
kind
like,
of.
no, really, I'm into it.
It's like, no, actually, I am an otaku, kind of.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So maybe like the culture has flipped a bit. I have to say, I know we're going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but one of the things that's interested me is, of course, being, a Westerner who came to Japan. Of course, I love anime, as so many
What
do.
can I say?
Like, is it shocking? Are you
we
shocked?
all love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, the first thing you do, I think if you're a Westerner that came here with that being one of your primary interests, you want to engage Japanese people in that discussion. And what I immediately noticed here is when I tried to bring that up with people, and remember, I came here first in 2019. So people would be like, oh, some people would be like, oh yeah, that's for kids. And then other people would be like, no, I'm not really into it. And I think I brought this up before, and then you start investigating, and of course they're Japanese, they've seen a ton of anime. Your average Japanese person who claims no interest in anime has still seen way more anime than probably a lot of Americans who claim an interest in anime, just because it's like me saying I haven't seen a Hollywood movie. It's like, that's my culture. That's what I grew up in. But I did sense a bit of this stigma that you're talking about too.
Yeah,
where it's like, no, I'm cool. I'm not into that. I'm cool.
Yeah, when they say I've never seen an anime, they mean like they've never seen like the
Shonen.
late night show anime kind of. Like they've seen Doraemon, they've seen Conan,
course.
they've seen
Anpanman.
Sazae-san, Anpanman, they've seen
Which
Purikiwa.
is national. What's it called?
国民的 anime.
Right.
Yeah.
I think.
Like national animation kind of.
It's a kind of a cultural category for anime,
Yeah.
right?
Like they've seen that obviously, but they haven't seen like the other creative ones, as you say. I don't know how to explain what.
Like hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore anime.
Like your Attack on Titans.
Yeah,
or-
like well, that is also a little bit more.
That is a little bit.
That's bigger too.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's a huge hit.
Yeah.
So you're talking about like niche animes.
Niche animes.
Yeah.
That's what they mean when they say I've never seen an anime.
And also there's a whole stigma with otaku culture, and like I think if you're a guy, one stigma is like that you're watching these animes with like, 10 girls, the harem animes. Or then there's the young girl animes, which are even a little bit more sus. And then for girls, like there's a whole set of genres for girls too, right? And those are storylines where,
Purikiwa?
yeah, there's like a girl, right?
Sailor Moon.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant more like the なんか恋愛アニメみたいな。
Well,
Like
okay.
the romantic.
So there's one, there's
anime.
boys love, which I think girls really like. A lot of girls like, and that's I'm just bringing. We're going on a tangent here, and then the other one I think is there's just animes where like it's clearly a triangle of some sort. Okay, we all know that every good female story has to have a love triangle with two extraordinarily handsome men that she can't pick between. This is just a law of like, look at Twilight, look at Hunger Games, even Harry Potter. People don't realize this, but Hermione, guess who who are the two men in her life? Ron and Harry. And who wrote Harry Potter? A woman, J.K. Rowling. I'm gonna get so much shit for this. Guys, I was a lit major as well in undergrad. I did linguistics later, so I will defend myself. I will defend my theories. But generally, you see this like I think a big popular one was Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
And I started watching it. Somebody recommended it, and I'm like, oh yeah,
It's
this is
not that popular here.
really. So maybe it's
No.
more popular in the West,
Popular in the West.
because like that also has like these handsome men that are, it's.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm going off on a tangent.
I'm trying to think the popular ones. Like
Like
Hana Yoridan.
But that's a drama.
No, it's from manga.
Oh, I didn't
It's
know
from
that.
anime. Hana Yori Dango. Hana Yori Dango it literally means okay.
Like, 花より男子。
Hana Yori Danshi. It's written as danshi, but read it as dango. Because there's a word for Hana Yori Dango means like eating more mochi than watching flowers. There's a saying to it. Like in
So it's like an actual saying. It's an expression.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a saying where, you know how Japanese, the cultural significance of watching sakura in the sakura
Yes.
season?
Huge.
But there's this saying where someone doesn't have much interest in actually like experience the beautiful sight, but just like for the food. Like they're just there for the food. Kind of.
Okay. Okay, so it's like hana, flowers, less.
Hana yori, so
which
like
is less like flowers of less value.
Mm.
Dang.
And
Dango
So
is
dango
more.
over flowers.
Okay, right. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it now.
And then there's this manga saying Hana Yori Dango. Dango means boys. So you can write it as like
It's so hard to explain. So
Kanji.
it's actually danshi, but the kanji you can read it as dango as
Yeah.
well. Kind of.
So there's
So
like
it's
a
like,
pun,
you know,
a kanji pun
It's
going
like a
on
word playing
Wordplay.
kind of thing.
and then it's shortened as hanadang.
there.
So-
Hanadan.
I
I think so, yeah.
Mm.
And then there's this like love triangle lures, and then these two hot looking men.
Yeah, right, of course.
Trouble,
I mean-
and then this girl trouble, choosing between.
Yeah,
And then
that's always the funniest part of this stuff is like, it's like two just like total studs, and she's just like, I just don't know what to do. And I love that, you had this with Twilight back in the day, right? So it was
Yeah.
Jacob and it was Edward.
Yeah.
Team
Team
Jacob, Team Edward. And then you had this with Hunger Games as well. I don't know if you guys saw that. You had that
I
with
love Hunger Games.
PETA, and then you had it with
Oh, I forgot his name.
who's the other one? He was played by the Hemsworth brother.
The one who's in
Um,
the village.
Yeah, and they're both like very handsome, like super capable men, and you're like, oh, this poor girl just has to choose. Anyway, so this is an anime, of course, because it's a structure that works. And then for men, though, interestingly enough, right, it's never a triangle; it's a harem.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more like multiple girls. Like
This is the harem, right? I heard that I heard this was invented by like Rumiko Takahashi back in the day. With I don't know if she was the first one with like Ranma 2分の1, Ranma 1/2.
Ranma 2分の1.
Arama.
Yeah.
Where you have all these girls, coming after this one guy. Generally, that's what the pattern I see with stuff that's really. And so I can get why, getting back to our original point, I could get why people are like, don't associate me with that. That's cringe, right? Although I think if it's well done, it's well done. I think great art is great art, regardless of how ridiculous the subject matter is. But let's see, how do we get into this corner here? How do we?
Cosplay.
Okay, cosplay. So
Cosplay.
going back to Halloween.
That's what I mean. Like, you'll see a lot of people dressed up as like the Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, whatever, but you won't see a lot of people dressed up as like the niche anime characters during Halloween season.
It's the big stuff,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
I can totally see that. Like, and you'll see a few. So I every Halloween I'm at, I see a bunch of Pikachus as well.
I forgot Pikachu.
Sorry,
isn't
that's
it?
actually in the gaming category, which we were talking about earlier. You see a lot of Pikachus. And then, for kids, what I've noticed is they'll dress their babies. Japanese people, I think, will dress their babies up. So I have some friends who have kids, and I get that photo, and I'm like, they'll be dressed up as a Pokemon, like, or something. And maybe some people, they're pets. Not that I'm putting them in the same category, people. And I don't know, but with kids, I guess if it's only maybe these special organized events that you guys were talking about earlier, right?
I guess they're just selling clothes, like the baby clothes stores want to sell like the seasonal
Okay, yeah.
items.
Yeah, and then the mom walks by, it's like,
That's
so good, Insta-buy! Instagrammable. So, okay, did you guys dress up as anything last Halloween?
No,
I was in
not
Akita.
as anything, but she put all the tattoos.
Oh, when we were in the UK.
yeah, when
Oh,
we were
yes.
in the UK.
It's like fake tattoos.
Fake tattoos with like no.
yeah, a
That's
little
cute.
headband.
Huh? Yeah. But
Okay,
that
so
was
you had a
it.
costume.
And I dressed up
Yeah.
as like I did that little makeup on, as a cat,
As
as
a cat.
Kitty.
Okay, very properly feminine, I would say.
I don't remember anything. I guess I didn't do anything last year.
What?
Oh.
I don't remember anything. Did I?
The year before?
The year before, I was in the States.
America.
America.
And what did you dress up as?
I went to a party, and at that party, there's this little cute cat ears. So I think I just put that on, and that was it.
This is a thing.
It's like really subtle.
This gets into something that's very interesting. We've done a lot of podcasts on dating and romance, right? Female costumes versus male costumes. In America, this is huge, right? Do you guys feel like, of course, yes, female characters versus male characters, but are there other aspects of wearing a costume in Japan that are kind of like female goals, should I say? So a cat is cute. I think, right? This is, oh wow, this guy studied linguistics for these incredible observations. Yes. So a cat is cute. Cuteness is huge in Japan, right? We know that for probably all women around the world, not all women actually, but cuteness is big. But in Japan, cuteness is beyond big. It is the way of life. So cuteness is probably a goal of a lot of costumes, I'm guessing.
かわいい。
かわいい。
超かわいいんだけど。
Is there anything else that strikes you guys about what girls try to do when they're costume? I'm going to tell you what Americans do, and you might have heard of it, and I'm sure I'll get into trouble for saying it, but how is it in Japan?
I mean, for me, women in costumes for Halloween, I think what comes to my mind, the first thing is like the sexualized nurse and police, like very sexy.
In Japan too.
In Japan.
Okay.
Well,
so this is not just
I
America.
agree with that. But the people, especially the people who go to like clubs or who went to Shibuya Halloween.
Yeah, it's not like the most common thing, but it's like very unique to Halloween. So I remember that as like the thing for Halloween.
And that's kind of the kind of costumes you'll see a lot of in the States too, like a cop or a police. And of course, these are kind of fetishized types of things. But I was going to say, yeah, in America, so we kind of would joke with our friends about this, and my female friends as well in the States, is that this is the one time of year where a woman can dress as slutty as she wants and get away with it. And so, like, it's known in the States, like, you're going to try to make as a woman, you're going to try to make your costume, for a lot of women, as sexy as possible. Like, as just, you know, and in the States, they really go for it, I would say. So it's kind of interesting that you brought that up. I was going to try to see if I could get it out of you guys without, I didn't want to influence you. But so that is present in Japan as well.
Yes.
It's present, but it's not like
It's
Halloween
not
is known for it, like in the
it's
States.
not the most common thing that we do.
Yeah.
But then we only do that during Halloween. Maybe we wear costumes on other events.
Like
But we don't-
kinky.
Like
What
what?
did you say?
I was gonna say kinky.
Kinky, yes.
Oh.
So I mean, but this in the States, it's like a known thing. If you're an adult, like the girls are going to go really hard in terms of like get away with something that's just very, you know, provocative, right? They want to be sexy. They want to, but then at the same time, like our standards are very different in Japan. So conservative. We've talked about this before. American women in general dress in a much more revealing manner every day. Like here, people are just so much more careful. So that's why it's kind of an interesting. It's like, okay, is this the one time a year where a Japanese woman can just let loose and just have some fun?
I think the degree is different though. Because like for us, like the sexy kind of cop, sexy nurse is like very short skirt and maybe can see like your not boobs, but like
Yeah.
that's it. Not yes.
Yeah, we don't go hard for it, I don't guess.
I mean, I would say that that's similar.
That's
though.
similar?
I
Oh,
think so.
okay.
I
Then
mean,
maybe it's the same.
we'd have to do like a deep Google comparison and search like to analyze this thoroughly. And it probably is more provocative in the States. I'm almost certain that it is. But it is interesting. It is kind of a time of the year where maybe a Japanese woman can have a reason to go a little bit further as well.
I think that's the major reason why we go the Halloween so big. Is like we try like in everyday life we try to like fit in, but then Halloween is like the one time in a year we don't have to like fit in. We can be just ourselves and dress up as however we want.
We can go wild.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's kind of the idea behind Halloween, right?
Mhm.
It's like, I don't know. I should have looked up more of the history. I believe it's Scotland that it comes from originally. I'd have to look into this, and I'm sure some of our viewers know a lot about it. But in a sense, for us, it's got some similarity with Carnival, right? And in America, you have Mardi Gras, which is really not in America, but it's in like Louisiana, New Orleans. And Mardi Gras, right, is essentially Carnival. And, you know, I think if I'm getting this right, it's before Lent. Right? I'm not Catholic, so I don't really know, but you have Lent, right? You have this thing where you can't eat meat for 40 days. So you're going to go crazy. You're going to have this crazy party before you have to like really clamp down. You're going to let loose. And I think with Halloween, there's a lot of this feeling that like, hey, we get to go a little bit crazy. We get to, dress something more provocative, act a little bit like bonkers, a little crazy, drink, do parties. So this is another thing I wanted to get into. Parties. How is it celebrated? Is it just going to Shibuya? I mean, if you're in Tokyo and getting a little crazy, not that you can anymore, but maybe I think Shinjuku also banned alcohol too here last year. They're taking away all the fun, right? What do you guys think you guys do as adults? Are there Halloween parties?
Yeah, we host little parties within friends.
Yeah.
Just
on
like
a
maybe
smaller scale.
up to maybe like 10, 20 if you're in like a bigger circle, bigger community, group. But
Mhm.
usually I do it with like just few close friends.
Same.
So not like a real party,
Not
kind
like
of
a
like
party
a get together.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the States, we do, if you're an adult, the big thing is house parties. And even when I came here at KO, I was invited to a Halloween house party, which was, it was a lot of Westerners there. I was invited by Kikoku Shijo, a returnee from America, Japanese guy at KO. But it was mostly, foreigners of different stripes and several Japanese people as well. But it was a huge house party. It was like what I would expect in the States, like 30 people, everybody's getting hammered, everybody's costumed up. And then like at like 10:30 p.m., when everybody's sloshed, we make our way to Shibuya. And then we go to a nightclub. And that was like, I was like, oh, this is a pretty Western. This was like, I could see myself doing this with my friends in the States. But I have heard when I was looking into it, the Japanese people really don't do as many parties. It's not like a huge thing.
Only in Shibuya.
Shibuya. So-
That town is known for clubbing. Like ever since like we are young, we know that the Shibuya is for young peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wakamono no machi.
Lots of
Yeah,
college
it's been
students.
called
Lots of college
Wakamono no
students, right?
Machi. Yeah.
So I thought also parties are not a huge thing. Now, to give you a little bit about states, right? My brother's university and many of my friends, they went to the University of California, Santa Barbara. And they have over 1 million people on the street there. It's basically like Shibuya in the States. So much so that the police closed down the entire the town, Isla Vista, where it's held, because there's too many people that come in. So the only way you can get in there is to have a friend and come in like 1 or 2 nights before and sleep over there.
Do people actually do that?
Oh, I did it several times. I came from my university from LA and I drove up there, but people come from out of state to visit because it's such a big deal. And
I want to do
So
that.
cool.
yeah, it's basically the closest thing America has to carnival outside of Mardi Gras, because it's over 1 million people. Like they literally closed down the whole town.
I want to be there.
I wanna be there
Sounds
too.
so fun.
It's incredibly fun, and it's just a bunch of drunk college students like dressed up, and it's total mayhem. But and then we have the house parties, right? And then we have nightclubs, right? Lots of house parties. Like that's a huge thing. Lots of getting drunk with your friends. You're going to get hammered. You're going to go to a Halloween party. And I will say though, in Japan, I think 2 years ago, my ex brought me to a Halloween party, which was like a rented out small nightclub restaurant. One of her friends rented out and organized it. And she went as Makima from Chainsaw
Oh,
Man.
wow. That's
Oh.
cute.
I was a priest because I couldn't find anything else, and I was just desperate. And then I had that house party. I think before that I'm told you guys about already.
Yes, I think that's the thing. Like, if you're going to have a pretty big, huge party in Japan, like let's say 30 people, you're definitely going to rent a space.
That's exactly what a friend did. And so everybody had to pay. It's very Japanese organized, like
Yeah, pay.
this amount of money per person. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was very Japanese,
'Cause
very organized.
I think there's a lot of factors. Like, first, one factor, we don't really have that much huge houses to host a party here, I feel like,
Yeah.
compared to the States. And then also there's like this meiwaku kaketakunai component. Like, we don't want to cause
Don't be
any
a bother.
trouble. Yeah, don't be a bother. Don't want to cause any trouble to the person that's going to host in their house kind of component. And then it's just much more easier to organize if you rent a space, kind of.
And thin walls, right?
Yeah, thin
Like,
walls.
I'm very lucky where I live that we can be noisy, but most of my friends, you're going to get the cops called on you almost. If you know, Japanese people are not shy about calling the police for noise disturbances, right? Does this add up for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Not shy at all. And you will get the cops called on you very quickly if you make noise here. Yeah, you can't. It's kind of hard to do here, right?
Yeah.
Like the size of your place, you don't have thick walls.
Yeah.
You don't have as many people, at least inside Tokyo, who have houses. It's more apartments.
We don't even have that much land. So like it's hard to even have a huge party, you know? It's rare for people to have like their own house too. Usually a lot of people live in their apartments. Even if they do have, you know, a house, it's going to be relatively smaller if you live in obviously the city side.
Yeah, I feel like if you say like you host a party, it's more like what celebrities do. Like you have a house party.
Because you have a house.
Yeah.
And you're rich.
And you have friends close by. It's like everyone's like celebrity.
The concept itself is just so Western. Like nobody in Japan, well, maybe I'm generalizing too much, but nobody in Japan would come up with the idea of like, I'll do a house party at my house.
Yeah, it's not like mi casa, tu casa thing. Like,
this is some important Spanish. Your house is my house is your. Yeah, that's a whole thing. We've touched on this before with Japanese society, is that like people really protect their space, and they also are very careful about infringing on other people's spaces. Like my Japanese friends, I'll give them a hard time. They're like, oh, you know, can I borrow your bathroom? And I'm like, do you need to ask me? Like, but a Japanese person will. And they, okay, can I open your refrigerator? Like, of course, if somebody, you know, there are circumstances in the States where like, you don't, you know, like you just met this person, they're going to open up your fridge. But you know how it is in Japan. You ask permission for everything you do in someone's home. You are so careful. You have to be so respectful at all times. Like, you know, you're going to walk two meters that way. You're going to be like, is it okay if I, you know what I'm saying, right? In the States, it's like, and in other cultures, right, it's just like, okay, mi casa es tu casa, right? Your house is my house. And you're right. So this is kind of a big component of it. People are really, I think you have the neighbors, thin walls. Another thing is people really want to respect bothering other people. They're really worried about bothering other people. People's spaces are very private. It's very, you know, this is what we've talked about this a lot, is like college students, which you guys are or recently were. I was perplexed by the whole structure of a college student's life in Japan. Now, I have established reasonably that maybe Japanese college students don't study so much. Is this correct? On average?
Yes. I would say. I don't.
No, I know you had a good GPA. I know you did. Look, my ex was incredibly studious, but that is also pretty rare. And my findings at KO was probably 10% or less of students are studious in a class, even at a very top university. Is this resonate?
Yeah, like I feel like if we take the average amount of like the time we spend for studying in Japan, would be much lower than like.
It's got to be probably less than 25% of, I think, in America. Like if you take UCLA student versus like a KO student or Waseda student, it's probably 25% or less, I would guess.
It's such a shame.
You don't even want to get me started. Like, Honoha has heard me just diatribe about this because, and my ex was incredibly studious. And she would just be like talking about the difficulties of group work, like very difficult to work in a group when you're working hard and your classmates are like, Yonenkan natsuyasumi, which is the 4-year. Did I get that right?
Jinsei no natsuyasumi.
Jinsei no yatsuyasumi. I thought it was the 4-year summer.
No, it's their lifetime.
No, because like after you graduate uni, you're gonna be working
like very
so
hard.
Much that you just have to immerse yourself in like.
So this is all very important. This also gets back to shukatsu. This gets to seishain life, which is like Japanese people before they go to college, they work very hard and generally to get into that good university, right?
Yeah, so it's like reverse.
And then after college, I mean, Japanese people are some of the hardest working people I know. Yes, there's a lot of inefficiency in the work environment. This is true for people who will bring that up. But generally, when you become shakaijin, when you become that seishain, you work very hard. And I've lived in Europe and I've seen what my European friends, I know I'm going to get hate from them, but like I lived in Germany and it's like they have a thing in German called Feierabend, which means that's when you're off work. And when you have Feierabend, they're like, bye-bye, I'm done. First off, like, you're never really off work in Japan. Your boss can contact you whenever. Anyway, point being, it's like you work before very hard and after very hard. So I get it. But the lifestyle is right. I asked myself, why do Japanese people have this lifestyle where they have 4 different part-time jobs? Because this is so common. I mean, you have like 15 part-time jobs. And like all my friends in America, it's like you have like 1 part-time job. And then I realized, I'm like, well, why do they need so much money? And this goes back to what we were just talking about, which is Japanese people do not party in the home. So if every time you go out, you have to go to 1, 2, 3 places, right? Japanese people also, I think very often you start at one place, you go to another place, you go to a third place. That costs a lot of money here. Especially if you're a college student, you can easily blow 1,000 yen, 10,000 yen in an evening, even more if you have a bunch of drinks, which is like, right now it's around 75, 70 US dollars, but to a Japanese person, that's like 100 US dollars to them. And the reason I was like, in the States, why don't we need to do that? And I realized part of it is we tend to hang out in our apartments, in our dorms, in our houses, and we order pizza and we buy beer from the supermarket and we don't spend much money. But if you're Japanese, you're really not spending time in the home for partying very much. And so you have to go out a lot to hang out with your friends and you spend a lot of money.
No, because like I've talked to many colleagues at my work and they asked like what kind of job they done. And then they put like 1,000 of working experience on resume.
Oh, so they have like, like their so when they have their part-time jobs on their resume, it's like 300 jobs. Right?
I worked as a tutor. I worked at a restaurant. I worked at izakaya. And I was like, what are you?
I joke with you guys like a podcast or two ago. I'm like, every Japanese person has worked at an izakaya at some point. It might have been a week. It might have been a month. But I've
done it. I've done it.
If you throw a shoe at a Japanese...
It's a canon event.
Everybody's done it. And it's like, a lot of my friends have worked at restaurants, but not everybody.
But like working at a lot of places doesn't necessarily mean that he wants a lot of money, she wants a lot of money. It, like, to me, like someone said to me, like, the 4 years in college is the only time you have no duty to commit to one work. So you should experience as much as work as you can within that 4 years.
True.
That's what they said. That's what he said to me. So I was like, oh, that's true. So I should experience, a lot of styles of work as much as I can.
Which I appreciate. And you've talked to me about that before. And I think that's, have you guys heard that? Or is that the first time you're hearing that?
I have.
Yeah.
You have heard. So that might be common knowledge.
Yeah, it's like a time for trials.
Yeah, like trials.
For many, without like so much responsibility.
You can also get to know what kind of work you like and dislike. So that kind of leads to job hunting as well.
Yeah, and then they say like, oh, I've done this. And then, as part of your...
Yeah, it'll look good on your resume as well.
I didn't know about that, but I respect that. I think that sounds very interesting. I'm going to give a counterpoint though. As, a Japanese business owner, despite not being Japanese, there are laws that make them not want you to work over a certain amount of hours. So if you want to work a lot of hours in Japan, you actually have to get a lot of baitos, because if you go over a certain number of hours, they have to start paying you all kinds of benefits and you get much more expensive. So I believe what you're saying is true too. And I think you genuinely live off of, like, you believe what you're saying, you walk the walk, you talk the talk on that. I can see you've learned a lot. And I think a lot of Japanese people learn a lot from their baitos. But there is also a reality is that if Japanese people are working the insane number of hours of baito that they do, which they do, they actually can't work at that one baito that many hours, because then they're basically going to be a full-time employee. Even above 20 hours, right?
But there's also a law that if we earn too much, we have to start paying taxes. So we also don't want to earn too much, like 103の壁.
Yeah.
And then they don't also want us to work so much.
Yeah,
so it's a win-win, I would say.
I know. There's a deduction. I know. I've been getting versed on it. I had to do GoGen's corporate taxes recently, which I'm sure nobody wants to hear about unless you're an auditor out there. I know what you guys are saying. I think there's a lot of different reasons for it, but it's a very interesting perspective.
Right.
But getting back to this whole thing of houses, right? It's like the home is a bit more protected in Japan versus in the States. It's like it really is a place to, I don't want to say ransack, but
It's an open door.
it's a bit open, yeah. And like, so when I went to that party several years ago from a KO friend, and it was a house party, they're like, yeah, we don't care because we're moving out of here. And that's kind of part of the reason they were doing the party was like, we don't give a shit. Like it's up and like, we're just going to make the most of this. And I think they invited their neighbors too. So they invited all their neighbors so their neighbors wouldn't be pissed off. But anyway, so like this is a Halloween. The house party is not a big thing in Japan is basically what you guys are kind of getting at. Not such a front and center. So if you are going to celebrate, maybe it's either at a place like I did with my ex where it was very organized and everybody pays their amount or with some friends, or if you're on the more adventurous side, a nightclub, maybe go to Shibuya, maybe Shinjuku.
Yeah, Shibuya was the thing, honestly. Like, if
Did you guys ever do it?
Yeah, like Shibuharo,
What's that?
Shibuya Halloween.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know about that word.
Shibuya.
It's just a abbreviation.
No, I understand it, but I was like, oh, wow. So it's Shibu Haru.
Shibuharo.
So that's taking half of Shibuya and the beginning part of Halloween.
Yeah.
And putting them together.
Yeah.
Shibu Haru.
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. So have you guys all done Shibu Haru?
No.
No.
Never get to do it.
I went there, not on like the Halloween day, but the day before when I was in high school.
What were you dressed as?
I think I put like a devil's ear and then like did my makeup like a little bit like cutesy kind
Okay.
of. Like I put a scar on my face or something like
You
that.
went there the day before?
The day before.
And what do you do there?
Oh, there's just a bunch of like foreigners, not cosplaying, but in costumes. And we were just walking around and enjoying the ambiance. And obviously a lot of people will talk to us. They're like, hey, you're so cute. You guys are cute. Kind of like, can you take a picture with us? Now that I think about it, I think it was filled with foreigners.
And I also think that's part of the reason that Shibuya became, I don't know, but I assume that's part of the reason it became so popular is because Japan is, because Halloween is kind of, it's not originally American, but it's become American and kind of Western, that having all those Americans and Westerners there probably blew it up.
But this was pre-COVID.
Yeah, but even then, I think it was huge.
It was huge.
And we also have this sort of very rambunctious party. We party hard for Halloween. So that kind of brought it together. But bringing up this point, right? Back to costumes, back to women, right? Cute costumes, very attractive costumes. So I got the Meta Quest 3 a couple years ago. That's the VR set that's put out by Meta, right? And there's an app called like Devo or Devo VR. It's one of the main, it's kind of like YouTube, but specifically for VR. And I was kind of just like, okay, well, what's the most popular video? And I had a lot of friends over and I showed them, I'm like, you guys got to look at this. I was like, this website is international. It's not Japanese. The most popular video of all time, I don't know about now, but this was of all time on that website, was a guy who took probably a Canon, some kind of 3D camera out to Shibuya on Halloween and just interviewed Japanese, look like college age girls. And no, it's nothing sketchy. Like it was literally just very nice, like, happy Halloween, how are you? This was the most viewed video on the whole entire site. And I showed it to some of my friends and they were just like, oh my God. And so like, it was very high resolution. So it's like you're there. And what were you just saying about like getting attention for being cute in Shibuya, right?
Yeah, like they were foreigners, so they were just like, straightforward, like you guys are cute, like have a good night kind of.
Yeah,
but
it's well-meaning, right?
But if a Japanese guy comes up to you, usually it's a nampa.
So for your experience was just kind of Western guys just kind of complimenting you and being like, have a good evening.
Or even just like not even Western, like Filipino families.
So
like,
just any foreigner.
Yeah, any foreigner would be like, you guys look so cute together, kind of. Because obviously we were high schoolers. We were wearing our, uniforms and then dressed up a little bit as like a devil. So
So that's kind of what this video was. It was like groups of girls. They were interviews. Nothing, it was nothing that I recall, nothing that was salacious about it. It was just cute, young. It sounds kind of weird saying it, like college-age Japanese women dressed in very cute costumes in extremely high resolution. But this wasn't even. It was almost all like just kind of top up. So like it wasn't like the whole body shot. We're talking about most of these interviews were just like up here, right? So it's getting the face, but they look very cute. They had very cute costumes on, and apparently the world really liked it.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of flattering in a way. Like this is a site where probably most of the people on it are not Japanese, and yet that is the top video in the world.
Like in the whole world?
In the whole world.
Oh,
This is what I'm saying. It's the whole top video in the whole world on this website. I don't know about now, but for many months, it was just this guy interviewing Japanese girls in Shibuya.
We have to look into
On
which
Halloween.
country has that set of the VR most.
Oh, it's got to be the United States.
Oh, okay.
So that's, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, like look, guys, it's a compliment. Like it's not Swedish women, walking the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like basically college-age Japanese girls in cosplay is what like.
You said nothing sketchy, but
because the interviews. Hey, everybody, check this out. Check it out. Go to I think it was Devo VR. Because the interviews were the face. It's not like it wasn't like this like whole body thing. It was really just interviewing these girls. It's almost all face shots. And they're just cute.
Exclusive
they're just really
to
cute.
girls.
Yeah, that's the point.
Sorry, I'm picking it
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too.
It would
No,
be different if it's
very
for
clearly
boys.
exclusive to girls. Yes, like Matsugai and I, like no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's definitely like, look, the guy was going for a target audience here. But I'm just saying it wasn't salacious though. It was not about like the body shot. It was about cute faces, really. And then like you could see like maybe they had some sort of cute anime cosplay on, right? Hey, it's a compliment to you guys. All I'm saying.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Okay, so let's keep going. So we've got this kind of pop culture focus of costumes, which I think is true. I think it's more pop culture focus versus traditional ghosts and things like that. We're shifting topics now, everybody, to talk about Japanese, because it's Halloween season coming up. Japanese monsters.
Wait, this might mean something bad.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, okay. Well, explain what that was. What was that?
Yubihata.
Okay, so that's a heart. So for people who don't know, don't misinterpret this. So Halloween season. So we have all of Western and American monster culture, demon culture, evil spirit, whatever you want to call it. Let's talk a little bit about Japanese monsters, demons, evil spirits, ghosts, and the like. I think that our audience probably actually knows a lot more about it than they think, because if they love anime, it's all over the place. And I think it's so fascinating. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is a ghost in Japanese? What's the word? And is there more than one?
One could be Obake.
Okay, is there any other ones you think?
Lei.
Yuurei.
Oh man, okay. What's the can you parse any differences between these three?
I feel like Obake is more like mysterious creature, like it kind of exists, doesn't exist, but Yuurei is more associated with like dead people.
Like spirit
Yeah.
Okay.
of the dead people. We touched upon this topic.
I think you and I did. That's right. We worked hard on this.
Yes.
We were, for people who don't know, we've actually been working on, it's been put on hold, but a course that teaches about Japanese religion. And we got into all kinds of trouble in not with anybody, but in the sense that it's very complicated and
Yes.
nuanced. So, okay, we've got Obake. So Obake, is this like a traditional floating white ghost like we have in the West?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, to me, Obake is a little bit more childish.
Like a
Mm.
spooky creature.
Spooky creature. And then what was the other one?
Yuurei.
I think 霊と幽霊って一緒
Do you think one's a short version for the...
Could be.
In terms of linguistics.
It's in the same category, definitely. But I don't know.
There is a chance that it's just an abbreviation. I don't know. Is there?
Yuurei sounds like more scary.
Yeah, I can see that.
Olay is just like the pure spirit.
Yeah,
Okay, so it does feel like there's a
It's
difference.
just like the white, the white foggy things just floating around. But Yuurei is just like
Harmful.
Dead
harmful.
Is there anything in anime that you could connect those things with, like a popular anime?
No, it's not popular anime, but everybody knows Ring.
Okay, no, that's a great one. I actually have that written in my notes. So The Ring, which was redone in the States, and it was a huge hit many, many years ago. It's originally a Japanese movie.
Sadako.
And that's like she has the long black hair, and she kind of like does creepy stuff with her head.
That's Yuurei, right?
That's Yuurei.
Okay, so for everybody who wants to know, then check out The Ring, the Japanese Ring, or the American version, which is also really good. Very creepy, like long black hair, like kind of like decomposed flesh, and
井戸から出てくる。
like a very creepy movement pattern.
Do you remember the sound of like this woman and randomly speaking Japanese words? Like Hibachi, Suzuki, Toyota.
Wait.
No,
what?
it's scary movies. No,
Is it not Ring? I thought it was Ring.
No. Wait, I thought it's from scary movies. Wait, is it? Oh, I don't know.
Oh God, is that Exorcist?
The scary movie, which is the making fun of scary
the
movies.
making fun of scary
Like 20
movies.
years ago, the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, could be, because that's a very
Isn't
funny movie.
Also, it's not Ring.
It's a
あれは
different
さ、
movie.
トシオくんだっけ
Yeah, Toshio-kun, the little boy.
The little boy.
Sorry, I just got confused. Sorry.
No. Okay, so maybe it's a scary movie. We'll have to check.
We have to
Audience can
check.
check this out.
Yeah.
But okay,
I
so
love
that's
this thing.
Yuurei. Is Yuurei? Is it double long?
Yuurei.
Okay.
Yuurei.
So okay, double length
double
vowels on
vowel.
both ends. Okay, so we've got that. That's like Ring. Oh, do you guys know The Grudge?
I don't watch horror movies.
It's the same period as The Ring, and it's originally a famous Japanese film that was redone in the States.
You know the
as well.
Japanese title?
Juon.
Juon 知ってる。
Yeah, I've heard.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
So they did a Netflix episode series like 5 or 6 years ago that was super well done. Japanese horror, there's a lot of really good Japanese horror, I have to say. But that was also, I think, a big hit in the States, the American version of that, which was, I think, with the girl who did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar starred in that. Okay, so let's move on. What else have we got? So we've got, those are ghosts in the ghost category. What else have we got out there in Japanese that are monsters, demons, etc.?
Oni.
Okay, Oni,
Yokai.
everybody, Demon Slayer, we all love Demon Slayer. What is Oni and how does it compare?
What is
Oni is the creature that eats human flesh.
Well, that's the Demon
Really?
Slayer Oni. Because, like, traditionally, Oni
Oni is like
just.
associated with Momotaro story.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
No?
Demon
In
Slayers.
2025, it's probably more like
Yeah.
Demon Slayer has
Yeah.
taken over.
Yes, I just step back. Yes.
Yeah.
The Demon Slayer Oni is a little bit atypical Oni.
It's more of like an anime Oni,
Yeah.
right?
The traditional ones are like
Like
big. Oni ni
So
kanabo,
there's like
horns,
orange,
Ah.
red, or
blue.
blue skinned. It's big.
And they wear the leopard.
Oh yeah, leopard
Yes,
arms.
baddie.
Yeah.
They wear the leopard the
Like
shorts.
tiger.
And they have
Ah.
a kanabo, a metal spiky bat.
Okay, so this is almost sounding like a troll or something. If I'm just, we'd have to find an expert to
I mean,
tell us,
yeah.
but yeah. So
I mean, if anybody is like who's familiar with Setsubun,
yeah.
that's
The
the
holiday,
Oni that we imagine.
big holiday in
Oni
Japan.
wa sato.
Yeah.
So, and is that to scare them away or to keep them
Yeah.
away?
It's to get
The
out of the
beans.
house. Yeah.
Yeah,
De,
to keep
fuku wa
them away.
uchi.
So this is a big, I mean, it's a fairly big holiday in Japan where you
It's a big holiday.
It's a-
throw these beans,
Yes.
Beans. Yeah,
Mhm.
dried
the
beans.
soybeans,
Mhm.
the dry soybeans.
Dried soybeans.
and that's to keep the
The Oni away from the house.
Mhm. And
And
then
keep the bad away
then bring happiness
bring the
inside.
good in.
right.
House.
And a lot of people will check out their local shrine during this time.
No.
No? Okay, I remember going.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to.
I went to Meiji Jingu. But there were a lot of people there. But then again, it's Meiji. Some people don't know Meiji Jingu is like one of the most popular shrines in the country.
Yeah, I think it's also like associated with like the Lunar New Year. Because it's like the first of February, like the beginning of February.
Is this like the Chinese? The Chinese New Year? Is the Lunar New Year? Is it similar?
Yes.
Okay. And did Japan, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but was Japan formerly on that system?
Yes.
Because so much culture came from
Oh,
China, right?
Yeah, so Setsubun literally means like between the season, like where the season begins, like Setsubun.
Yeah, where the spring begins.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
By the
calendar.
calendar.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like Japanese New Year? You know how you know how your friends are always like Chinese New Year?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of historically?
I feel like Asian countries went around the same calendar.
Right, because
like,
China was
more or
kind
less,
of the progenitor of culture.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, interesting. I'll have to look into that. So this is the typical Oni. Is this horns, large, a spiked club of some sort, a
Specific
leopard
pants.
leopard.
Oni no
Leopard
pants.
and is this kind of like the stuff that you guys would see in historical artwork? Is that kind of where the image is coming
Or
from?
maybe like child
Like books?
Children's books?
children's old storybooks, kind of children's books.
Got it. So you're kind of raised with this kind of representation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was an application where you could like call Oni and to like, and then if like your child did something bad and you would be like, I'm gonna call Oni, and they're gonna be like crying, like, no way, please.
It's like the equivalent of, Santa Claus is not going to come this year.
Yeah.
If you keep that up, the demon will take you away, right? Oh man, yeah. I guess there's some of that in every culture. So we have the Oni. So the modern thing has probably been taken over by anime. Like I think in most modern animes, demons eat people. I mean, we'd have to do a scientific, literary study of this or a study of it. But I think in a lot of animes, right, that's probably where your sense, like Demon Slayers.
But even in Demon Slayers, a lot of the demons have horns.
That's true.
I guess like they still took some traditional component into it and then adapted into something new.
Yeah, and we didn't do a whole lot of prep for this, but I think it would be very fascinating you were saying you would love to do more looking into this to find out where all these roots go. But so, for everybody back home, we're not scholars on this subject, but what we can give you is, what is in the heads of popular, normal Japanese culture, what level of knowledge is present in your average Japanese person about these things. And that's actually the most important thing for starting conversations and enjoying conversations with Japanese people. But maybe at some point we'll do something with some deep diving into this. So, okay, so that's Oni. What else do we have?
Yokai.
That's the big one, right? So how does yokai differentiate from these other things? Or is it an umbrella category? Is it a subcategory? Is it completely separate?
I think it's completely separate and an umbrella term.
Okay. At the same time. So could you call an Oni a yokai?
No.
Can they?
I don't think
It's a gray zone.
Yeah.
Can be cool because like I watched this anime called GoGen no Kitaro. It's like a really national anime.
It's like Doraemon.
And yeah, and then Oni was because like there are a lot of yokais in the anime episode, and one of them is literally Oni. So there's a lot of different interpretations to it. Like some people might think yokai and Oni is a separate thing, and some people think it's the same thing.
We dealt with this when we were working on that course. It's just like ask person this and it's this, and I think we were dealing with the word for, was it seirei or was it
Seirei? Yeah.
Seirei, which is okay. Is it a soul? Is it like a spirit, or what kind of spirit is it? For people who don't, this might be interesting as well. What's a seirei to you guys?
It's a pure spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pure spirit, more like a fairy kind of.
And usually not malicious, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
So
very pure, innocent soul, like wants to help out humans.
Are those little things in Mononoke Hime, Princess Mononoke, that clatter their heads.
I wouldn't say those are seire.
What would you say those are?
Because that has,
But you feel they are.
to me, seire is just, it doesn't have a form, you know? But the little things in the Mononoke Hime has a form. So that, I don't know what they
That's
are.
not like to me. I mean, to us.
でも森の精霊かもしれない。そうね。
Oh,
Yeah,
Mori no-
that's the word I came up
Mori
with.
no
Like
sere.
Mori no
Explain
sere
that.
is like Mori is
Forest.
Forest.
So seire of the forest.
And is that,
It has
if that's
like a
what's in
specific-
Princess Mononoke?
I would say it is. I mean, I don't know if it is, but
But if you think of like sere, it would be something like not visible.
yeah, like
right?
not visible or at least like a white floating something.
But then if it was visible, it could be that the Mononoke Hime
no,
thing
because
could
it
be.
was in anime. It was transparent, but
They
wasn't
were transparent, right?
visible, but it was transparent.
Only certain people could see them, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, so if it had a form, it could be like that. But
Mhm.
it's something
Yeah, to me, in general,
invisible.
seire doesn't have a form. If it doesn't have a form, it's like specific to something.
Hmm.
You know, like mori no seire とか。
Do you guys think that what about for you? What does it kind of represent for you?
The seirei.
Yeah. We talked about this. We actually worked really hard on this.
We went 1,000 of times onto this, but
Yeah.
I feel like seirei is like again like the guardian, like watching over us.
Yeah, because Japanese is basically animism. So any spirit can happen from anything. Even a rock has a
And this
spirit.
connects to Shinto,
Yeah,
right?
this connects to Shinto. So like, yeah, like a guardian of the rock, like anything can be there. So
Mhm.
I feel like that's what seire are like.
And do you have a sense of it yourself, Chiharu?
For me, if we say Mori no sere, then it could be like a something invisible that's floating around in the forest. But if we just take out the term seire, sounds more like Western to me.
Yeah.
Like we use the same term for like the Holy Spirit in the Trinity.
Oh, what's the term you guys use for that?
Seire.
So, okay, interesting.
What's Trinity?
That's the Christian, the Holy Trinity, the
Oh.
Father, the Son, and the Holy
Uh,
Ghost.
Oh,
The Holy Ghost could be like the seire.
Ah, that's a very interesting point. So that's translated.
I think it was, yeah.
So, okay, so let's go back to yokai. Yokai. I feel like I'm saying it like yokai. What's it?
you're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this the same pronunciation?
What are you saying?
Roger.
了解?
Yeah.
了解と妖怪. So I
Oh,
guess that
okay.
is the same pronunciation.
Is it the same?
It's the same
Same pitch,
Yeah.
but 了, so R,
Uh-huh.
or よ, so Y.
So the Roger, is that the one with just the Y?
no,
or is that the
it's
one with the R?
R,
R.
了解.
I wonder, I can't hear that. So, okay, for people who don't know, one of these, the one with the RY is Roger, or like, yes, sir, right?
Ryokai.
But the one we're talking about is just the Y.
Yokai.
妖怪.
So yokai, can that be, where else does that cross over? Is it just really its own category? You think?
I honestly think it is, right?
Like each yokai has a name for it.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, so it's like a
there's no
named,
creature that's called yokai. It's an umbrella. term.
yeah, it's an
Are-
umbrella term.
are any of them nice, or they're all kind of in the monster category?
There's a lot of nice ones. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
there's
Less harmful.
yeah, less harmful. Sometimes
It's very diverse. I would
very
say.
diverse.
So there's like really nasty ones, and then there's kind of not so bad ones.
Mhm.
Just existing.
Just exist, like chilling.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like this is just my like theory, but I feel like the people in the past try to like understand the things that happen, like the disasters and stuff, by like excusing those yokai. Like
I can
they're
see that.
claiming it's because of the yokai.
Also,
Like why does
yeah.
this happen? Yeah.
my take is also that a lot of the yokais were actually a little bit, poor children that was born in a bad, not bad, I can't say bad, but like a, how do I say, like a
Bad
deformed,
environment, or
deformed form,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
back in the days, they weren't nutritious. They
Right.
didn't have that much food to eat, and like
Diseases.
diseases, the environment of giving birth was terrible as well. So I can easily imagine a little deformed baby coming out and people calling it as a yokai.
And like they are cursed.
Yeah. Or also, it was common to throw babies or people out in the mountain back in the days.
Just to let them die by exposure.
Yeah, let them die, or like they didn't have enough money to take care of it.
Right.
So maybe they survived in the mountain by themselves, and that became into like a yokai kind of,
right.
as like a folk story kind of.
So kind of it explains like a lot of what religion does. It explains things that are difficult to explain,
Yeah.
or things that we feel societal guilt about, or in Japan, of course, natural disasters are, I mean, just. It's a huge part of the story of the country. Like, and so you see that as a theme in a lot of anime, and maybe explanations for why did that happen? Why did the earthquake happen? Or the tsunami or something? What are some other like really prominent characteristics of yokai? And can you think of any animes with very like famous animes with them?
Gegege no Yokai. Sorry. I'm getting tired. Gegege no Kitaro. Let me rephrase.
Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch. But that's a little bit more
Recent.
pop culturized.
Gegege no Kitaro has been over the decade. Like ever since 1960s.
1960. Wow.
It's anime for children.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
But a lot of
been-
adults love it too.
And they've been renewed over the years. Like,
For
I think
decades.
there's a 6 editions, like the
Really?
sequences, like sequels.
So is this like, does this fall in the category of kokumin? What is it called? Kokumin?
Kokumin
National-
Teki
anime.
So, like,
Yes,
really
yes.
the
Definitely the
classical-
classic.
ドラえもんと同じレベルちょっと下じゃない Like if you say Doraemon's
It's like
top tier.
Doraemon but old. So
I
like,
can see that. Yeah. Old.
It's getting less popular
Mm.
because like the older generations, they know Gegege no Kitaro, but if we interview these like young kids, they
They might not know.
might not
yeah.
know.
I
Unless
see.
their parents show them.
So maybe your parents showed you guys, or you had it when you were kids, or
Yes,
something.
my
Mm.
dad let us watch.
I've never actually watched it. Not even
Yeah.
once. I just know it.
It's just very well known.
Yeah.
Are there any other animes that come to mind, like popular animes that you can think, like very popular modern animes as well, that have a yokai in them?
Yokai Watch is another thing.
Yokai
It's like
Watch.
fairly
The
new.
Pokemon, kind of Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
kind
like
of
Pokemon.
They
Like
do collect
pop-
like yokais. Yes, sorry.
popularized
Yeah.
version of yokai.
For children. For
Yeah,
children.
It's like it's less scary, but Gegege no Kitaro is used to be so scary.
Yeah.
It's
Used
like
to
for
be.
young kids.
Oh,
If you like understand deeply, you get the message.
I want
More
to
and
show
more.
you the sound of Gegege no Kitaro.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Well, we probably.
Oh, you
License.
can't do that.
Yeah, we might get
Yeah.
a.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to show it to me later, though. I now I'm gonna have to check it out because like I have to add this to my cultural knowledge. Just like as soon as I heard about Sazae-san, I was like, okay, I have to watch this.
Mhm.
For people who don't know, Sazae-san is like, it's an institution. It's the longest running animated show I think in the world.
I
I think it's like 45 years
I
plus.
think so. Yeah.
Of all countries, I believe. So it's even longer than The Simpsons, longer than all of these shows. So anything, games, Japanese games, or so what I'm trying to give for the audience is like something that could be like, oh, that's what it is. Dragon Ball, something that everybody would know where they could kind of like think, that's the yokai.
Like in a sense, Totoro could be yokai, but not exactly. But it's like that. It's like could be
Because he's a
cute.
spirit, right?
Yeah. It's like I can't
Yokai?
really give a definite.
千と千尋たちの方が妖怪じゃない
The
So
Spirit Away
Spirit
is
Away
like-
is more
Yeah, the
They're
Well, 'cause
dead?
they're gods, right?
right because most of
so
them
God.
are kami, right? They're gods,
They're gone. Just
but
if they're
yeah.
gods, they're
Frog
not.
could be yokai. Maybe.
okay, the frog,
Or
the-
maybe
yeah.
Again, but like yokai as far as I watch Gegege no Kitaro, like there are a lot of like yokais, like the creatures that were considered as god as well.
Okay, so there's
See,
just some overlap
that's how
here.
things get broadened.
Yeah, and
So like it's up to people's interpretations.
we also know from the work that you and I were doing is that the gods, Japanese kami, there are gods that do good things, and there's gods that are also responsible for disasters and bad things, right?
Yes.
So like, okay, we didn't make the sacrifice to that god, or we didn't give him the offering. So now he's going to cause us an earthquake, or he's going to cause us another sort of problem. So it seems it could make sense that there's some overlap there. And very fascinating. So physical characteristics, what do they look like? What do yokai typically look like?
There's no common because each yokai has its own characteristics.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon.
Yeah. you can't say like they're all the same.
Yeah,
well, Pokemon,
like
they're all cute.
Well, yeah. Well, the one thing in common is that just scary looking.
It's kind of scary looking.
But there is like Zashiki-warashi.
True.
It's like a little child.
Some might be exceptions to that.
Or it could be invisible like Nurikabe.
Well, I guess it depends on who wrote it.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like it's more verbally like.
Like we don't actually know how it looks
we don't
like.
really know.
I see. So in terms of representations in popular culture, though, or even not in popular culture, but in historical cultural artifacts like images. And,
because like if you read like old
so these like scrolls or
like
old books,
they look scary.
So they do look okay.
But then if you look at animes, they look cute.
Yeah.
You know.
They've been Pokemonized. Okay. So what else do we have on the monster spectrum here? Spirit, monster, demon, devil. Okay, the word akuma. Let's bring that up. How do you say that again? Give me a
akuma.
Okay. Akuma. So what is that?
That's a Western idea. I think it basically matches what a devil is.
It's kind of horns, the spiky tail.
Yeah, the spiky tails.
Maybe the goat feet.
The wings, the black wings. Yeah.
So I'll give everybody an anime they can watch. Dorohedoro, which is fantastic. It's by MAPPA, which is they did the Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, and they have Akuma, and they look exactly like that image. So they're kind of more bringing the Western representation into Japan, you think? As you perceive it, right? None of us as experts, guys, go look this stuff up. But
I think it was imported.
It was imported.
I think. I don't know.
Is that your guys' perception as well? Is that it's kind of this Western devil or a bit different?
I don't really have a specific image of an Akuma, to be honest. Could be the Western Akuma, or it could be anything that's bad and like some kind of creature.
In your head, is there a difference between an Oni and an Akuma?
Yeah, Oni has a certain appearance, right? Like as we explained, it's a horn and a red or blue skin. But then Akuma for me is more like a general term.
For some sort of bad entity.
Yeah. It could be the one that you just talked about.
I guess that applies in English as well. Because like you can say you're evil, you know? But in Japanese, you can also like Akuma da. It just means like you're
the devil.
Yeah,
you're wicked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, for us, the devil, if you are in the West, regardless of what your religion, the ties to Christianity are, you can't break those ties, right? They're so closely associated. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about anime. Let's bring that into here. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen, hugely popular. I love it. What's going on there? What's like... Okay, one key word is I almost get this. Thank you for saying it before I butchered it. The curse, right? What are those things? Are they anything, or are they just some Jujutsu Kaisen thing?
Noroi wa, my personal take is it's human emotions that turn into a phenomenon. Like strong negative human emotions. Like they were so strong to the point that they formed an
entity.
An entity, kind of. That's what I think a noroi is.
Do you think that comes from Japanese culture pre-anime, or is that from anime?
Definitely.
Okay, so the anime took it from the anime.
Yes.
You know, this is one of the things for us that's so hard to differentiate is what did anime... So when I started looking into Shinto for the project that we were working on, and I was like, wait, Naruto didn't invent all I felt like Naruto invented all of these things, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, no, that's Japanese religious.
I thought Naruto invented ninja.
I wouldn't go that far.
Biggest plot twist.
I knew about that. But I really thought so many of those things were invented by that mangaka, that manga art author. And so many things that I saw in anime, and I think this is the same experience as for the West, is that you think that that was the creativity of the author, which of course it was to some extent. And then you come here and you start learning about the culture and they're like, oh, no, that's from Japanese religion, or that's from temples, or that's from shrines, or that's from this part of the culture. And they grabbed it and they took it and they made it their own, right?
Yes.
So that's why I was...
But can I say about like Noroi?
Yeah.
Like one of the things that comes to my mind for Noroi is like, okay, if you imagine this one person that's like really having a hatred towards one person, and then you bring the doll and you get the hammer and nails.
Well, the voodoo doll. Is this like...
That's also
I thought it was... Sorry,
so this is the voodoo doll. Is this like where you hammer the doll and it happens to the person?
Sorry, my ignorance just came out. I thought it was a Japanese thing.
Well, we'd have to look
but
like...
we have like the Mugiwara Ningyo thing, right?
Yeah.
I think they have the similar thing.
Yeah, so it's an interesting question. Which did one come before the other, or did they develop completely separately? Like, because the voodoo in America, we all know about the voodoo doll, which is the doll that whatever you do to the doll happens to the person.
Does it come in a specific shape?
Yeah, the doll.
I think a lot of times you see it made with straw or something.
Oh, the same.
Okay,
So
it's
that-
the
yeah, it's
same.
the same.
Yeah, so we'd have, maybe, it would be interesting to trace
Like,
this back where it
You
came
have to fit
first.
the person's hair in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
that exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. It was just me being ignorant.
So Noroi is a big one,
Mm-hmm.
and that comes up in anime all the time. I think I've been watching a lot of Dan Da Dan as well, and I think that comes up in there.
So like noroi, I think it's essentially something that doesn't have a form. It's just emotions that turn into an entity.
Right, which
And
then takes the form, right?
And then I guess the anime Yuurei is a noroi that took a form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is one hypothesis
Yeah.
for the...
I don't know if Yuurei was it existed pre-anime or not, but I think it did.
It does.
Yeah,
it does,
definitely
right?
did.
Bleach was probably, that was big on curses too, way before
Mm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, interesting.
So like to me, that's what I think.
And then, okay, the word bakemono, is that just, can I get a genuine pronunciation of that? Yeah, go for it.
Bakemono.
Okay. So
Bakemono no ko.
that's what I learned for the word monster.
そうね。
I think bakemono and obake kind of has a similar.
No.
They're different, but then they're talking like they use the same kanji. Like obake comes from bakemono, right?
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. I don't know. I personally think Obake is Yuurei. I connect.
Obake is you.
Yeah, I connect Obake as Yuurei.
Right. Yeah, me too. Actually,
Yeah, this one.
So could a bakemono be one of these other categories then?
I think Bakemono. I don't know. I feel like Bakemono is anything that's non-human.
Okay. But does it need to be
bakeru
strong?
is like a verb.
Mhm.
So
How do you translate bakeru?
Transform.
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 Yeah.
So
Ah,
something transformed into bakemono.
okay.
So it has like two.
Transformed thing
Mm-hmm.
Like werewolf.
could be a bakemono.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess it's an umbrella term for like non-human existence.
Is a vampire a bakemono?
No, maybe no,
I mean,
because it doesn't bucket.
化ける必要あるの?
I mean, I think this is interesting because it can vary. The conception of this can vary from person to person.
I guess.
Because, but the biggest image of me for bakemono is just like the kitsune,
For me too.
the
like,
fox.
The
Oh,
fox
that's right.
and the
And that
raccoon.
Yeah.
brings us-
The kitsune.
Yeah.
Brings us
The
back to
raccoon
Naruto.
Always referring to anime.
Okay, so yeah, the foxes, that's like a typical monster, the kitsune, or
It's not a monster. It's just, isn't it? Kitsune に化けられた。
Mm.
狐に捕まれた。
Mm.
狐に化かされた。like,
Mm.
で、なんて言うんだろう
Being
ね。
fooled by
Yeah,
the
being
fox.
fooled by the fox.
oh, okay. So not necessarily a monster. So we've got bakemono, and then of course, you know, it's Japan, so I'm obligated to bring this up. Kaiju.
怪獣。
The Godzilla.
Yeah, Gojira. Something huge.
I mean, that's kind of the
Yeah.
defining thing of is kaiju, is that long at the end or is it short?
It's
Kaiju.
long.
Kaiju.
Kaiju.
Kaiju, is that principally defined by the size?
It has to be big.
Yeah, it
Yes.
has to be big.
Kaiju, because this Ju is means
Kemono means animalistic.
Like wild.
I've been wondering about this myself. I'm like, where does the word come from?
So huge is like the prerequisite to be a kaiju.
Right.
And then I think it has to be some sort of like animalistic kind of thing. So like,
Like
Godzilla.
dragon.
Like
Yeah,
lizard.
Godzillas are like lizard-y. Dragons are like, you know, lizardy.
So you couldn't have like let's imagine a person became
That's just
200
kyojin.
and then we have like Attack on Titan, right?
yeah, that is not kaiju.
That is not kaiju.
That's not
Kaiju. Ju is like again,
Animal.
she said like
Something
not
animal.
human
Okay.
Like kaiju, Ju is like
animal.
savage animal.
Yeah, animal.
Right, because if you think of like Neon Genesis of Evangelion,
Evangelion.
those are kaiju, right?
Oh god, I have no knowledge onto this.
I
I
thought- I thought
they're just
I know what it
robots.
is, but
Yeah, I
my
thought they were
apology to the
Mm.
audience.
Yeah, we thought that this is like required movie you have to watch.
I don't know.
We know the song.
Yeah,
we know the song.
Yeah, that's a good karaoke song. Okay, so what am I missing as far as monsters go?
I guess monster is another category, isn't it?
But that is definitely from Western.
Yeah, definitely from West.
Like vampires, mummy.
Yeah,
What's
mummy,
the word
yeah.
for vampire in Japanese?
Vampire. Kyuketsuki. Kyuketsuki.
Right, but you guys also have a katakana version.
Yes,
Vampire.
vampire.
Okay. And then what's the word for mummy?
Mira.
Oh, okay, so there's actually a word for it.
But written in katakana.
Miira.
Miira.
Ah,
Do you know Hotel Transylvania, the anime?
Mm.
Any creature from that movie is a monster.
Mm.
so is it going to be Western then? You think?
Maybe? Yeah,
Or-
maybe. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. Monster Hunter. Yeah.
So if we look at some of the most popular animes, like if we look at Ghibli movies, so Princess Mononoke, the boar and the wolf, those are gods, and the forest spirit is a god. Would you say that's a kami?
あれ森の守り神じゃなかったっけ
Yeah, there's there's a term for it. What is the we say the forest spirit.
If it's a mamori kami, then it should be a god.
Okay,
Yeah.
Guardian god.
Yeah,
'cause
guardian
the gami
god.
is like kami, but
Yeah, with a phonological.
the shift, and then okay, so when the boar becomes like a demon type of thing, what was that then?
Tatarigami.
So still God in the name.
It's like how angels turn into devils. The what's the name for datenshi? Is there a name for angels that
Fallen angel?
Yeah,
a
fallen
fallen angel?
angel.
Yeah, it's like it was a god, but it's a fallen god kind
And
of.
that word, does that word apply for everything, or is that just specifically in that case?
No, we have a lot of tadarigami, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, so
not
it's
just
like
for-
a general term for
Yeah.
These kind
or
of fallen gods.
Yeah.
that become kind of demonic or okay.
Tatari is another
Yeah, tatari.
concept.
Yeah.
So
like-
what's
it's like-
tatari?
It's like noroi. It's like curse, but more associated with like Shintoism, I would say, like kami.
Yeah.
Like God
Like
giving you a curse. Is it not? No?
Tatari da. It's like
It's like God.
God's anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Something God.
yeah, so
does.
like-
Like the
yeah.
wrath.
earthquakes or like tsunamis, it's like kami no tatari da, like the god got angry.
Yeah,
kind
he's
of.
got
He's
Ah.
upset.
He's got pissed at us. Like
Just
we
like-
did something, kind of.
A wrathful god or
Yeah,
the
we
wrath.
forgot to give the offering.
Yeah, it's-
sacrifice.
It's like we did something to disrespect the god, or
Yeah.
So it carries with it. And so that boar that's pissed off because he
Mhm.
got shot, right? That's kind of a
Because we're destroying the nature.
right.
Mm.
そうね、確か
And
に。
so it's kind of the gods are seeking their vengeance.
It's just like the consequence.
I see. Okay, that's interesting.
I have a good example. I don't know. For yokai is kappa.
I've heard of Kappa.
I think it's a kind of yokai.
Yeah, it's a type of
Yeah.
yokai.
Could you explain that for everybody?
Kappa is a yokai that lives in a water like
River.
and it's portrayed as something like cute, but I think it was originally more like scary on a scary side. And it could like drag you into like a river and drown
Drown.
you.
I
I
see.
think-
It
feel
has
like-
a fish skin.
Yes.
I think this is in Dun Dun recently.
They
maybe.
like cucumbers.
Yeah.
Shirikodama.
Do you know
Yeah.
Kappa no Natsuyasumi? There's an anime movie with it's about a boy and a kappa. And I think it was pretty popular.
I think it appeared in an episode of Dun Dun.
Yeah.
It was a kind of in a monster form, very aggressive, trying to kill everybody, but in the water and trying to drown people.
Yeah, I remember like when I was a kid and I was like trying to sleep, and then because my bed is just like right next to the window, so you can really hear the whole way that people like walk off, and I heard like the water sound, like pita pita pita, like the footstep, but with the water. I genuinely thought it was Kappa.
So cute.
scared.
So this is really in the imaginations
Yes.
of Japanese children then.
Yeah, because when we go like close to the water, like my parents, like they told me like be careful of kappa. I'd be like, oh my God.
They're like freaking, they're like
Yeah.
psychological damage for the rest of your
Yeah.
life. Are there any of these other childhood,
There's a lot.
any other ones that like really come to mind that are just the biggest one? Obviously, that must be one of them if you thought I was going to get you.
Even though I don't live next to the river.
You're like, maybe-
Kappa just targeted me.
It
He
just-
just walked all the way.
I was like, I feel like taking a break from the water. I'll
Yeah.
come get you. Anything else comes to mind as like kind of the most prominent? Because I think these often appear in anime because the authors know that everybody knows that reference.
Right.
It's very depends on the regions, but where me and her studied in northern parts of Japan, it's called Akita, and they have like this spirit, like kind of a demon called
Same.
Namahage.
But it's like almost like oni, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and Namahage looks like Oni, and then they go like, "Warigo inega."
Warigo
Where's the
inega.
back here? But in a direct.
So,
Dialect.
and it's not like raw beard or something. It's like,
It's
what-
almost oni.
They're covered in straws, right?
Yes.
And they have swords.
straws.
Can I just quickly show you what it looks
you can't. Well, I could describe it maybe
Yeah. I
for the
can't
audience.
like? It's just
Oh
what it
yes,
looks
okay,
like.
I've seen that. Okay, you see that all over Japan. So we'll
But
try
it's
to
specifically from Akita.
post a picture of this for the audience. Yeah, well, they probably
Yeah, I
can't.
don't. They can't see.
But this is something that everybody who knows anything about Japan will have seen this image many times. I mean, and is this the one they do at the shrine where the guy kind of goes like this and you give
あ、
him
それは
money?
獅子舞。
Yeah.
それ獅子舞じゃないの
You
It's
don't
like
give
New
him a
Year's,
money
you give the money and the guy does a thing where he goes.
and invite your
Oh, actually,
pet.
maybe it's a blessing though. Like
Okay, that's
That's 獅子舞.
That's
this is a little
Shishima.
different.
but see, he's got blue skin and red skin.
Yes,
Exactly the exact description that we
of
thought of Oni.
赤鬼、
Ah.
青
But
鬼.
then Namahage is not exactly oni.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
not.
what exactly? What category was it again?
It's a bad spirit.
It's it's not bad. Because
is it?
I've heard of the term Namahage-sama.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't
Maybe
know.
so
there's
it's like-
variation.
It's like
It's like
So talking about children.
So this is for people who can't see. It's like an image of this guy dressed up as this.
Yeah, so this
spirit.
goes around like each house in a town, and then kids, if they were like bad,
They
I don't know.
misbehave.
Yeah, if they misbehave, what do they get? Like they just
imitate like you.
Oh, so they
Intimidate.
intimidate.
Yeah,
Intimidate.
yeah.
Not imitate.
Yeah, the point is they go after bad kids. So
Mhm.
it was like a discipline. Like
It's
It's
don't
one of those
behave
stories,
bad.
like,
Yeah.
if you're a bad kid, the
You're gonna get-
demon's gonna,
Yeah,
the monster's
yeah,
gonna get you.
Yeah.
So this image that you just showed me was obviously it's a guy dressed as this monster with like a fake knife pointed towards a child, right? So this is kind of
And the child's like crying.
the child's like, oh, what did I do
Falling as
wrong?
well.
This monster's gonna get me.
Yeah.
But imagine being as a kid and you see Namahage. That's shit scary.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
like 3 years old,
Yeah.
you're like, you probably have a heart attack. Well, kids don't have heart attacks very often. But if they could, yeah.
So that's one.
So that's
Other
one.
than Kappa.
So we have Kappa and we have, say it again,
Namahage.
Namahage is
Namahage.
not a
Namahage is not a
yokai.
yokai, right?
It's
So
not
it's a
yokai.
different
Kappa
They're a
category.
is
different category.
Yeah, Kappa is a yokai.
I think
no?
Namahage is like a independent.
Yeah, like
Actually, Gegege no Kitaro had Namahage as yokai.
Really?
So this may be
Yeah.
there might be some variation
Yeah.
amongst regions and different like authors of cultural works.
Yeah.
So okay, so those two are pretty well known. Any other ones that come across that like every child would know, every Japanese child would know?
maybe not child, but Zashiki-warashi.
Oh yeah,
Zashiki- It's a
Zashiki-warashi.
yokai だよね.
Yes.
It's a yokai and also
It's
like
considered
Also
yokai.
spirit
also
too.
like kami.
See, it
Yeah,
overlaps.
So there's so like bad god versus just a god versus
Good God.
yeah. And what is that one?
It's literally a girl that
Doesn't
like
have to be a girl.
does it have to be a girl? I thought it has to be a girl.
My image is a girl, but warashi just means
I guess.
child.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wait, no. Back in the days, it was common for children to have the no kappa hair because it was supposed to protect them from dying at a young age.
To have what kind of hair?
Oh.
Okappa hair.
What's
So
that?
it's like a
Literally
bob
the
cut.
bob. The
A
bob
bob cut with
Ah.
the bangs. So you'll see it in Kimetsu no Yaiba.
But people usually make fun of characters that have that haircut, right?
Yeah.
But
But-
that's the reason. That might be the original reason for it.
So I think historically the reason why they dressed up as a kid, is so that they can live after the age of 7. Because under the age of 7 in Japan, they're still considered as the children of God. So they're easily they die easily, kind of.
Right, which again, going back to what we were talking about, explanations of bad things, like
Yeah.
before modern medicine, children died a lot.
Yeah. So they would disguise in a way, like boys would disguise as like girls, I think. So they have this distinguished like bob cut with bangs.
So is it like
Ah,
a bowl? It's like a
see.
bowl cut, like it's around.
Yeah, with bangs.
Okay, it's like a. Okay, now this is making me understand
It's
a little bit more.
exactly what the children's have on Kimetsu no Yaiba. Kagaya-san, Ubuyashiki?
Uh-huh.
Ubuyashiki family.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They all have a bob cut.
That's is that Tanjiro's family or is
No,
it?
it's the head of the demon slayer.
Hashiras.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, so yeah, those
And
little.
one of the famous folklores of Zashiki-warashi is like when you hang out and the friends of, you
Oh
know,
yeah, they bring like luck to you, kind of, right?
yeah, like they count how many people there, like of your friend group, and there's one extra, and that'll be
then,
Zashiki-warashi.
Oh, so like it should be 7, but it's actually 8. That extra person is the.
Like,
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah, so
It's a bit creepy,
It's like in
but
the
it's
photo.
not essentially bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so blended in that like nobody realizes
Oh,
it,
it
and
gives
then
you chills.
at the
Oh,
point
yeah.
that you realize it, it's like gives you chills.
So it's like your friend
Yeah.
showing you the photo, and you're like, wait.
There's 8. There's 8. Yeah,
Another hand.
But
Who is that?
Zashiki-warashi is meant to protect the house.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
they're not bad. They're not spooky. But
But
obviously,
the existence
yeah, they're spooky.
scares you.
Yeah.
a
I
bit.
Yeah.
see, just a presence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's another famous one.
So a lot of times, if you feel like someone's watching you at your house and nobody's there, like it's
Like,
a lot of times
Zashiki-warashi.
座敷わらしがいる kind of.
And
Okay.
also, I like hitotsume kozo.
What's that?
それ
You don't know
一つ目
kozo?
あ、
Like,
一つ目
Yeah.
So
One
this is
eye,
one
just
eye.
one eye.
What? Say it again. It's what?
The kid with the just one eye.
So like the one-eyed
Hitotsume-kozo.
child.
Hitotsu means single.
Uh-huh.
Me is I, and then kozo means a child. But boy, the boy.
Yeah,
It's like the one-eyed or the cyclops child or something.
Yeah.
it's usually like in the
That's the
middle,
thing?
right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is also in Dun Da Dun recently. I think this is in Dun Da Dun as well. So I guess Dun Da Dun's I think it's taking all of these things. Recommendation for you guys to also submit. So that's a huge character in Dun Da Dun. So I think that's why I'm familiar with it now.
But Hitotsume kozo is also harmful, just mischievous, just to scare you away. So like in the time, it was popular in Edo, I think. Edo period. Those who don't know, Edo is just the certain period of like in Japan timeline. And then like, for example, when you walk in the night, it's so dark and the only thing that light up is just the fire, right? And the lantern. And then Hitotsume kozo just shows up and just scares you away. That's it. Like it won't give you a curse. It won't harm you. It's just
So scary.
scary.
I'll have to look up if it's the same as Dun Da Dun.
それと66首
Oh.
What's that?
It's a person that has like super long neck.
Stretchy neck.
The stretchy neck.
It's just scary.
It's just scary, right?
Stretches out of you,
It's like creepy, really creepy looking.
I guess it depends on the author who portrays it, because some authors portray that as harmful.
Right.
They attack on humans, kind of. But I don't know if it's initially harmful or not.
Yeah.
The list
depends.
just goes on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like we have
just
so many. I just thought of like ohaguro.
Ohaguro.
Ohaguro is not a yokai.
It is a yokai.
No,
Azuki-arai
So we've
ohaguro
got-
is like a ritual that you do when you get married.
And then it was okay. But
Right?
it showed up in Gengeki no Sorry, I get all the reference from Gengeki no
This is interesting because like the cultural works that come from these things in turn become the myth. So like there's
yeah.
the anime of today has become what the myth is for the generations of today, right?
Right.
Like there's this kind of self-feeding cycle, right?
口裂け女って is that a Yuurei?
So it's mouth. What is it?
ripped mouth?
Oh, that's creepy to everybody.
And
Yeah.
she's wearing
A
a mask.
and
like-
she asks you like, "Am I beautiful or not?"
So do you think this is modern or does this go back in time?
It was so popular when I was in elementary
School, yeah.
So she's got her cheeks are ripped and she's wearing a mask.
She has a huge mouth.
Like somebody cut this open.
cut this open.
I think yeah.
And then she's wearing a mask and she's like, am I pretty?
Yeah, and if you say, "Yeah, you are," she's gonna take the mask and go like, "Even like this."
I thought of another one, but yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Kuchisake onna also teke teke.
Take
What's that?
Oh my god. Is it like the half torso? And then
only the legs, right?
yeah,
only the legs.
legless.
And they wear
So-
the geta, like the wooden.
Is that-
What are they? わかんない.
Teke teke
I
is
don't
just
know,
like
They just
Teke.
walking legs.
So that's
It's
an
an onomatopoeia,
onomatopoeia
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So no
of
torso.
sound.
Maybe 学校の階段.
Yeah.
Are those
sorry, we're just
yokai or
having so
Yuurei
many
or
things
what
to
are
talk.
they? So there's like this
Uh-huh.
specific scary stories that are surrounded around schools.
Yeah.
Or maybe just
So
neighborhoods.
it's
Sadako in
the
the
school
toilet.
stairs.
トイレの花子。
学校の階段?
学校 Kaidan means, well, there's different kanji to it. One kanji means stairs. Kaidan also means scary stories
Oh,
with different kanji.
okay.
In school.
Yeah.
So all these kinds of...
Nanafushigi. Like this is the most famous 学校のNanafushigi, which
What's
means
that?
7 mysterious phenomenons in schools.
Ah, okay.
Like the top 7 mysterious phenomenons. And that's like the most popular thing that you talk among when you're in like middle school, elementary school, kind of.
I see.
'Cause-
So this is like a thing.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
specific stories that are associated with specific places, like the bathroom, the music classroom,
Yes,
the science classroom.
So this, I keep saying it, but this also is a part of Dun Da Dun story. So it's interesting because we watched this, like I was saying earlier, we think this came from the anime.
Mm,
There's a basis for everything that we were seeing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't categorize them if they're ghost or yokai or
It's just the
monsters,
story, the
yeah.
scary story that's been told.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't categorize them what they are, but they're also like non-human existence.
Probably I would say Obake in that
Yeah,
case.
probably I would. Yeah, I can see that.
Not necessarily Yuurei, like those like these ghosts, but it could be part of ghost. One of them is Toire no Hanako-san.
Hey, what's the... No, let's go.
This is huge.
This is like the thing.
Hanako
Tell me
in
about
the
this.
toilet. So like, if you go to the toilet, it was like
in the corner,
So-
the very
3番目
back.
3番目のトイレ。
Yes.
Third one?
Yeah.
The third
後ろから
one.
3番目のトイレ。
yeah.
For me, it was the very
Really?
Like, the father-
So I guess
yeah,
it depends on the
furthest.
school, you know,
Yeah.
because these things are oral.
See, it differs.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there part of Harry Potter where there's a ghost in the bathroom?
Oh yeah, that was a scene.
There is,
Yeah,
there
right?
is.
Now,
She lives in the bathroom, right?
right. And she's Myrtle. Is it?
She like laughs weird, right?
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder if this is like comes up in multiple cultures, like the bathroom monster.
Because bathrooms are a bit scary in general.
Yeah, I
right?
guess so.
And if you
Yeah.
knock on third
And
time,
you're kind of vulnerable. But what's this knock
Hanako-san.
on third times thing?
遊びましょう。
Yeah, if you and then you first knock on the doors 3 times and then say,
Hanako-san, 遊びましょう. And then she'll say, hi.
and she replies you back.
And then is she gonna hurt you, or is she gonna just be chilling with you?
That depends on stories. Like sometimes she'll just come up and you can hang out with her. Sometimes if she
She drags
appears, she
you.
drags you in, or maybe you can first hang out with her and have fun, but you can never leave. Kind of, if you leave, she'll like kill you or like
She's a little bit needy.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's needy.
So this is in the West, right? We had these series of movies called The Candyman, and there's various versions of this. There's a Bloody Mary one. There's a Candyman one, which is you go to the bathroom, turn out the lights, and you say it 3 times, and then you turn the lights on, and there they are. So Candyman was a series of pretty successful horror films initially, where Candyman, if you did that, he'd come and like gut you, right? And I think there's a Bloody Mary one or a Mary some. There's various versions of this where you like 3 times, you say it 3 times. Well, maybe one of the most famous ones, although it's kind of comedy, is Beetlejuice. Say Beetlejuice 3 times. That's not really horror. So it's like the invocation. So there's a version of this then. I wonder how far that goes back. So 3 times, and you kind of invoke her.
Mhm.
And depending on the version, she might be really needy and not ever let you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. There's also in Dun Da Dun, the story, there's also a needy ghost that kind of won't let you go. So this is kind of connecting a lot of dots for me. And it makes you realize that manga artists are genius, but it didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yes,
take
It doesn't
inspirations.
come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Even Kimetsu no Yaiba, like recently there was this discovery on the net where Kocho Shinobu,
Mhm.
and so she, in the movie right now, she's fighting with this demon called Doma.
Yeah.
And
And upper moon.
I saw the movie.
And he uses sensu, which is a Japanese
The
fan.
fan.
Yeah.
But traditionally, we have a game that uses that Japanese fan. And the most highest ranked move, like you gain points from doing certain moves with that fan. And the most highest point movement is called kocho.
That's where her name comes from.
Yeah. So like we don't know if
Ah.
like the author intended to do that or it was a coincidence, but like there's a high chance that she like intentionally did it kind of.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just all these little It's
Little
a cool
dots.
thing, with these, they're absorbing so much culture and then creating culture, which is what authors do, right?
Right.
But, for us Westerners, we don't know the pieces.
Well, this one, like not even Japanese people know.
So it's
Only
pretty,
people who played that game would know kind of thing.
pretty subtle. I guess we'll call it at that then. If unless we got any other last minute demons, monsters, curses. Hey, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween from Japan, from Tokyo. Thank you guys for coming, and that's a wrap. All right. Till the next one. Mata ne.
Mata ne.
Mata ne. Mata ne.